Oh my god. Woo, baby. Ah. What's up, chat? Gamer guy said, I still don't understand how you're late to your own streams you set up. Because they make you set a fixed time. Like, before the fixed time thing, what used to happen before is you just hit the live button when you were ready, and then you were just live, and then people got notified. But now they go, you have to set a time and a schedule, so I set it. I'll be like, I'll probably be ready by then. And then I go and like leave my room, and then I go and like this and that. And then I have to log into my streaming account and set everything up. Oh shit, I'm over the time. And they only let you set within 15-minute intervals, alright? So like, if it's like 10:55 and I'm like, it's gonna take me 10 minutes to set up, am I gonna set the stream for 10 and then be ready at 10:05? Wait, no, 15 minutes will be 10:10. Or am I gonna set it for like 10:15 and then be early? And like, let me just set it for whenever the fuck, and then when I go live, those who are willing to watch will watch. And that's what you guys are doing. You're here watching because you love me, you love the Sonic, and we are here to praise and worship. Alright? Today is a day of praise and worship, and our Lord and Savior has got content for us to discuss. Before we get into the Crossworlds, which a lot of the stream is Crossworlds. I saw some Frontiers 2 shit, but I got so many tabs I can't even keep track of where it is, honestly. But no, this is not Twitter. This is Blue Sky. This is Twitter at home, right? 06 is apparently in the process of being decompiled. That's what I'm hearing. They said they made it to the title screen. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so for those of you OG 06 boys who still got an itch that needs to be scratched, okay? I don't know when it's gonna be ready, but Unleashed got done this year, so who knows, okay? I'm just saying, for those of you OGs, you still got an itch to scratch? That itch might be scratched. Okay, next topic. Mario Kart. I know, right? It's a Sonic stream. Why I talk about Mario Kart? But we have to set the tone here. Mario Kart 8 got an 88 on Metacritic on Wii U. Obviously, Deluxe is far superior to the base 8. We know that. Deluxe got a 92, right? But the base 8 got 88. Transform got 82. It was only 6 points away from Mario Kart 8, which is pretty decent. Mario Kart World has dropped down to 87. That's only 5 points away from Transformed. I'm just saying. We might be at a point where Crossworlds could cross over score-wise, right? Like, it could be close. It could be like, it's only 5 points away from Transformed. It might go higher. I don't know. Maybe not because of the way they raised the price. If they had kept that shit at $50, if they kept that at $50 and 60 with the DLC, they might have just outscored Mario Kart World with that pricing, because everyone would have just gone, well, it's almost as good, but it's cheaper, and then the score would have shot. Now it's like 70. They're probably not gonna give us much leeway in that department, so they might have sacrificed having a higher score on Metacritic than Mario Kart World with the price increase. I'm not here to bitch about the price, I don't care. But I'm just saying, reviewers will bring it up, so they might have lost out on their chance. We'll see, but, you know, I just find it interesting, okay? We got a lot of tweets to go through. Let me chill out the music a little bit. Let me chill out the music. Is it lagging? Is the stream lagging? Apparently Crossworlds is doing better than games like Final Fantasy Tactics and Death Stranding. Yeah, I heard that it was pre-ordering really well. And the Sonic fans are so surprised at the fact that it was doing well on pre-orders. Which, I know that Sonic fans are like in their own bubbles and shit, but like, you realize this is identity politics, right? They put Minecraft Steve in the game. Minecraft is the highest selling game ever. Like, it's Minecraft Steve. If they put Taylor Swift in the game, there'll be Swifties buying the game. They might not even have a fucking PlayStation or an Xbox or a Nintendo, but if Taylor Swift says right now that you can ride her on a hoverboard in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, there'll be a bunch of Swifties buying the fucking game. They might not even play it, they'll just buy it. They'll probably learn who Knuckles and Tails are for the first time in their lives just because Taylor Swift's in the game. Like, identity politics is everything. So when they put Minecraft Steve in the game and they made that the digital deluxe version, what they're saying is, Minecraft fans, go and buy the most expensive version because that's the only way you're gonna play as Minecraft Steve, right? That's how it is, okay? Characters sell these games. Look at Smash Ultimate. How hyped people are getting for those reactions. We used to tune in just to see Etika react to like characters in Smash. Like, the characters is everything. It's everything, okay? Obviously you need a solid racer underneath all. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying the characters are everything. They got SpongeBob, they got Minecraft Steve, they got Hatsune Miku, which apparently people really stan Miku. Like, I'm not really fussed about Miku. Like, I'm thinking, can we mod Elise onto Miku? Like, that's a separate debate, but people stan Miku. So like, again, of course it's gonna sell. Like, of course it's gonna sell. Anyway, before we go through this string of a million tweets, I don't know, we got videos to go through. Like, there's like actual like IGN videos of gameplay. There's tons of videos. I think this one's actually the same one. Let's close that. But yeah, there's multiple different videos. I think that's the same one as well. Whoops. I got so many tabs I can't even keep track. It's actually bad how many tabs I got. But it's so many videos now. Do you guys want me to go through videos first or tweets? Okay, because there's just so much to go through. So much. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is the Super Smash Bros. Of racing games. I mean, I wouldn't go that far though. I honestly thought Nintendo was gonna do Super Smash Kart, but instead they went the open world route. I really thought they were gonna do Smash Kart. Alright, let's do a poll. Some people are saying tweets, some people are saying videos. Which news do we do first? Gameplay, review videos, tweets. Let's see what people are saying. People really want the tweets, okay. I thought people really wanted the videos. Alright, cool. The videos will have to wait. Alright. So, this is from June 7th. It seems like... I think this is from thegamer.com. Let's check this out. Yeah, I think we read this specific article. They were talking about Crossworlds. Wait, did we read this one? I don't even remember. My memory's not what it used to be. Alright. Someone said $90 on Sonic or $50 for Mario Kart with bundle. Well, I mean, look. Identity politics is a real thing. It really is a real thing, okay? I mean, as Sonic fans, we were there for years. From post 06 to like Forces, no one was playable. And everyone felt it, except the classic fans who hated playing as anyone, like the IGNs and all. But like, we all felt it. You couldn't play as Tails, you couldn't play as Knuckles, you couldn't play as no one in the main series. Forces was the first one to bring one back with Shadow. It was a good decade of just Sonic, basically, and we felt that shit. People identify these characters, and even though we're Sonic fans, not everyone's favorite character is Sonic. Some people's favorite character is Knuckles, some people's favorite character is Shadow, some people's favorite character is Silver, some people's is Tails for some reason. I don't know if you like the bitch boy, but, you know. But, like, when you make a racer, and you put in all the characters, people will buy it just for that. Like, it's just that simple, right? They got Yakuza in there, they got SpongeBob, they got Miku, they got Minecraft Steve, they got add BD Joe, they got add Beat from Jet Set, they got add fucking Shinobi, they got add I, like, they got really like lock in, okay? They got lock in for sure, like, because characters sell these games. That's just how it goes, right? People want to drive as their favorite character. That's just how it. Yeah, they got the Persona Joker. Yeah, we need Streets of Rage characters as well. Racing Crossworlds will be an instant, but I'm saying, man, look, Sega, the people have spoken. Me and one other person in the chat. That's multiple. That's people. The people have spoken. At least on a hoverboard. Make it happen, Sega. We're waiting on you to make this right and bring her back. When she unleashes those flames of disaster on the racetrack, she here in first place. I'm just saying. Someone said, wait, SpongeBob is in there? Yes, SpongeBob is in there. Someone said, watching Prem in a war feels different. I'm from Iraq. Damn, that's crazy. Social media era is crazy because you could be watching a live stream during a war. You know, back in World War II, it was like empty, well, not empty, but like bunkers with no internet. Now it's like, yeah, I'm just watching a Sonic news stream, the war going on, you know, like. But I mean, I guess, like, if there was a war going on here, I probably would be watching content on the internet still. Like, I mean, I wouldn't stop. I'd probably be on YouTube. Probably be looking at some shit. You wouldn't just stop, would you? Anyway, tangent over. It says, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is closer to stealing Mario Kart World's crown than you might think. Yeah, I definitely read this article, so I don't want to read the whole thing again. I've seen this article before. But, you could choose your up in the Grand Prix. We've seen that. This is the character roster. We've seen that. This is the theme song that people were talking about, but I think someone posted the full intro. So yeah, let's react to the full intro, because I only heard like clips of it. I was gonna react to it on stream, but then I didn't stream for a while. So let's react to the intro quickly, and let me track what I'm actually clicking on. Okay. So this is my first time hearing the full thing. Is it copyright? Wait, hold on. Is it copyrighted? Hold on, chat. Is it copyright? The audio is doubled. I think it's the video. Okay, let's watch it. If it's copyrighted, so be it. But yeah, the audio is doubled though. It's a decent melody. Is that the Nate Wants to Battle guy? Silver, the GOAT? Oh, the child watching in the background. They got rap in there. Okay, they got rap in there. They really just sing it's Sonic Race. Oh my god. Is that Bingo Highway? Metal Harbor. Man, Shadow just looks. Look at this fucking goal. Look at this scene. Look at this dude. Dude just flies into the camera like what are you gonna do? Like, you better move out of the way. Shadow coming. The fuck? I mean, look. It's not gonna win any awards, but it's alright. It's alright. Like, it's no Sonic Speed Riders or whatever the fuck that song's called. I mean, even Green Light Ride was bad. Let's be real. I mean, Green Light Ride was goated. Team Sonic Racing has some great music though. As forgettable as the game was, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna skip it anyway. Cause how many times you sit through the intro of it? Okay, no, Mario Kart DS. I used to sit through the intro of that game all the time. I fucking love Mario Kart DS music on the menu. That shit was fire. But most racing games, you just kind of skip the intro. Even 64, I used to sit through the intro sometimes, but DS especially, I used to watch that one. I'm not gonna lie. VGC News said Sonic Team head Takashi Iizuka has told VGC that people leaking content early not only ruins publisher plans, but risks potentially destroying licensing deals. Obviously, he's referring to SpongeBob, which leaked, clearly, because it wasn't even in the trailer, which means we probably weren't even supposed to find out about it for several months, most likely. But yeah, head of Sonic Team shared his views on leaking the game content. Just days before Summer Game Fest, a number of leaks of apparent Sonic Racing Crossworlds footage was appeared online, seemingly confirming characters that are yet to be announced. During the Summer Game Fest show, Sega then announced that Hatsune Miku and characters from Like a Dragon and Persona would be in the game, as well as Minecraft characters and a Minecraft stage, the latter of which was part of the leaks. I guess they're not going to mention SpongeBob because they don't want to contribute to the leaks, but we already know SpongeBob's in there. In an interview with VGC to be published in its entirety soon, we asked Sonic Team head Daddy Zook El Zucador how the team felt about these leaks. Choosing not to comment specifically on the Crossworld leaks, Izuka instead gave his views on leaking in general. This is just a general response, not anything specific to this game, but from a publishing perspective, the publisher is always trying to control, plan, organize, and prevent information and surprise to people to have the most fun and get the most attention and get people as excited as best as possible. Now, a lot of people who leak this information are ruining that experience. They're ruining the plans that people put in place. In the event that you're dealing with licensed content, sometimes that leak will destroy a deal, and now you can't do some stuff because someone leaked something. Yeah, Nickelodeon, you better not pussy out the deal because it leaked. Put SpongeBob in the game, don't be bitches, okay, seriously. We realize a lot of people really want to know immediately all this great, cool, fun stuff, but ultimately when people leak, they're ruining the plans and potentially ruining the content. We really like people to think about that and maybe not do this kind of negative stuff so much. During Summer Games Fest, it was confirmed that as well as characters in the Sonic universe, Sonic Racing Crossworlds will also include Vocaloid character Hatsune Miku, Like a Dragon's Ichiban, and Joker from the Persona series as playable characters. Sega also confirmed that the game will be released September 25th on everything. Switch 2 versions also been confirmed. This will be released at a later date, but Sega says a paid upgrade path will be available, of course, naturally. Yeah, I mean, the thing about leaking shit is that it's not gonna kill people's hype for the game. I mean, it might ruin trailer reactions because, like, if you know what's gonna be in the trailer, then you're not gonna get that insane reaction, which means when people film their reactions, it's not gonna have that level of insaneness that spreads to everyone else who sees your reaction. It's like a snowball effect. But if the game is good and you market it well, people will buy it. So I don't think the leak will ruin the sellability of the game. But if some lame publisher says, we were gonna put this character in the game, but because it leaked, we're not gonna do it, I mean, that's lame to me. I don't see why you would do that unless it leaked and everyone went, we don't want him there, and then maybe you'd pull out because the reception was poor. But assuming the reception was good, like, why would you pull out? I don't see why they take out SpongeBob. Although some Sonic fans are bitching about SpongeBob being in the game. Why? He's SpongeBobby. He's certified. Like, how could you be mad at SpongeBob in the game? That's Bob, okay? That's a real one. Stop messing around with SpongeBob, okay? Anyway. We got some more screenshots of Crossworlds. Just imagine if Sega made their own Smash Bros. As in platform file. They can't do another Smash call like they also... Man, I don't want another Smash Bros. Game, okay? I'm tired of Smash clones. I mean, if Sega made a Smash clone, I'll play it. If they made Super Sega Smash, Sega Bro, I don't know what they call it. But if they made it, I'd play it. I'm more of a 2D fighter, like Street Fighter kind of guy. I want them to make that, okay? Like, I don't want to do the whole platform fighter with Smash kind of thing. I want a 2D fighter. Following class said companies care a lot about NDA and leaks, and if they're working with a company like Sega and that's regularly compromised, they might not want to work with them if they don't trust them. Yeah, but everything leaks though. Like, iPhones leak, like, so much shit leaks that to dead the whole deal because it leaked, it's not even Sega's fault that it leaked. I mean, obviously they got moles in there, so I guess it kind of is their fault. But if Apple can't stop all the leaks, and they're Apple, then of course Sega's gonna get leaks. I mean, Nintendo doesn't seem to have as many leaks as Sega, so they've got a more airtight system. But, you know, it just is what it is. Like, to dead the whole character arriving because of a leak, I just don't think it's fair. That's just the way I feel. Will I ever do a new Sonic rap? Man, the parody, people stop watching the parodies. That's why I stopped making them. It's as simple as that. But yeah, there just wasn't a point to keep going down that route when they weren't getting the same attention as before. You know, nowadays people want the Sonic and Sonic memes. That's all they want. So, you know, movie companies are more strict about this than tech companies. Yeah, I mean, the thing, it's just hard to control leaks. It's hard because that would be like trusting human beings to like do the right thing, and like given that we've done 2025 years AD and we've seen what's happened, you can't trust no one. So like, unless you're making a game by yourself, there's gonna be leaks. The moment multiple people know about some shit, there's gonna be leaks. Anyway, yeah, we got some screenshots here. So we got rival races. Those of you who don't know, you get to pick a rival when you race in the Grand Prix. So that person's basically going to be on your ass. Basically like Mario Kart 64 did unofficially. Every time you start a Grand Prix, there was always one character that was just taking the piss. This is basically that. And they got a level system. So Jet is level 3 here, but I guess he can go up to level 10. I don't know what they're saying because it's in Japanese. The Sonic's here is a rival, obviously. Cream is a rival. Ooh, scary. Cream and cheese are coming for me. Give me some crackers. Then we got the roster here. You can see 12 characters here, and it says the rest are coming soon. So that's, what's the math on that? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56 characters on the roster. Sega finally doing the things I wanted them to do, like spin-off game that they support, take seriously, tons of characters, like they're doing all the shit, okay? They're doing all, where's Silver? Where the fuck is Silver? Why is he not here? But, what's up, Bradley? Mario Kart World is a good example of this if you actually played the game. Why are you getting mad at me for? Like, I was busy, okay? I'm only just getting to the Sonic news. You want me to stop and stream Mario Kart? Okay? Remember when Cream was the 5th main character from 2002 to 2007? Good times. Yeah, they were really pushing Cream back then. Like, they wanted some serious Cream. They were really into Cream back then. I don't know what happens. Like, after Sonic X ended, it was just like, I think after 06, every character just became second fiddle to Sonic, basically. That's just what happened. After 06, they just said, oh, you don't like this game? That means you don't like multiple playable characters. I guess we'll just get rid of that too. That probably also means you don't like fully 3D gameplay. We'll probably just get rid of that too. Just never bring that back. You probably don't like photorealistic graphics either. Probably not gonna bring that back. You probably also hate human beings. So like, Antho characters went out. You just hate everything from that game. Aside from the actual issues, like the polish issues and the glitches, like the long load, you just hate everything about the game. So we'll just remove all those elements, you know. I don't know. The humans weren't ugly, Bradley. Everyone is beautiful. Stop hating, okay? Oh, they translated it here. Jet says, I've been waiting for this moment. Don't let me down, Sonic the Hedgehog. And then this is Wave saying, whoa, it's been a while, kid. I hope you've improved a little bit so you're almost a challenge. I know she ain't talking to Sonic like that. I know she ain't talking to our Lord and Savior like that. Like, she about to get it. Seriously. Fuck, can't be talking to Sonic like that. Anyway. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Roger Craig Smith as the Werehog. I think they used clips of him sounding Werehoggy to see what he would sound like. And since Werehog is in the game and Roger voices Sonic, you already know what's gonna happen, right? Unless they reuse old clips, but I don't know. They're probably gonna get Roger to do it. So let's see what we're dealing with here. So this is from the Batman games.
I will not in good conscience allow you to go. You're outmatched by these assassins. You're not some hardened vigilante. You're a young man with a trust fund and too much anger.
What's up, CSS 777?
Don't want this to be your end.
Alfred, who do you see when you look at me? The boy whose shoes you used to tie every morning? The teenager you drove to his first date? While you are here every night, I am out there. The only thing between the innocent and the predator.
Be.
No, not may be. I am.
Okay.
When the mugger or the thief stops to think twice, that is fear. That is what I am. That is why they hired assassins, because I
Assassin,
am the reason the criminals breathe easier when the sun.
He's the one who knocks,
So no,
chat.
Alfred, I am not in over my head. Tonight will not be my end, but it will be theirs.
Someone's got another one that's from Arkham Origins, and they say this one's more fitting. So let's take a look at this 10-second clip and let's see what we got.
What did you do to me? Black Mask, put a bounty on my head. Where is he? How many lives did you just take? What did
Chat, what are we saying?
Black Mask, put a bounty on my head. Where is he? How many lives did you just take?
You know what? Look, I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm gonna be honest. Is Werehog better than his Hedgehog? Like, is Werehog better than his Hedgehog? If his Hedgehog voice is a C, you know, maybe a B- on a good day, his Werehog might be a B+. Like, you know, like, I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. Obviously, Jason is an S, but like, his Werehog might just, if he does it like this specific clip, not like the first one, but like this one, solid B+. You know, like, I'm cool with that. Okay. His Werehog is actually better than his Hedgehog. Now, obviously, we don't know how he's actually gonna sound because the vocal direction that Sega be doing, they might get him to do some voice that doesn't fit, and it might sound worse. I don't know. You just never know when it comes to them. Bradley, you're from the same Jason era. You should be on my side. Well, obviously, you betrayed the side, so... anyway. Oh, yeah. Games Cage played the game early. There might be a video on that, actually, on his channel. I have to check for that. I don't know if there is. But, yeah. The standout is the rival aspect where you get a unique intro between characters who are your challenger for the cup. Extreme game makes you happy. Ton of footage. Okay, yeah, so there is a video. I'm guessing this is the opening. Oh god, it looks so much more vibrant from here. Let me take a look at this quickly. So how do you get to the higher level rivals? Everyone I'm seeing is level 3. When did they let you face off against tougher rivals?
Oh, that's it.
Someone said, wait, you didn't get invited to play the game earlier too? No, Sega hates me. Come on, they don't send me shit. They didn't even give me a code for Rumble. I ain't played Rumble yet. They don't like me.
That's so sick. So sick, bro.
This is like the SA2 multiplayer with the 2-screen thing. So you can charge the boost for the extreme gear. I'm not gonna lie, seeing it like smooth like this, the frame rate, it looks really good. Like, I do wonder, like, if they don't cap the frame rate at 60 and we could play it above that, like, it's probably gonna look really good at 144 Hz. Because now that I think about it, I've never played a kart racer above 60 frames per second. Because most of the good kart races aren't on PC. Like Crash, stuck on console. Mario Kart, stuck on console. The Sonic Racing games, Team Sonic Racing was 2019. That was capped at 60, right? I don't think that was above. I didn't even have above 60 in 2019. I don't even think I did. So, I've never played a kart racer above 60 frames. So, if this one supports above 60 frames, this will be the first time. It would be really crazily smooth to experience that. Like, you know, CTR Nitro Fuel stuck at 30. Wait, it didn't get 60 on any hardware? Was it really 30 on everything? Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I was misremembering. I thought that had 60 on something, but that was a PS. They didn't update that for PS5, did they? It was still PS4 era. That's tragic. I'm trying to remember. Did they have the wind riding thing in this? Like, you know in Riders when you're behind and you can surf on the wind? I don't know if they have it here. I'm guessing this is the regular Sonic speed, not the supersonic speed. I think Supersonic passed 250 on speed. You can play at 60 FPS if you play on Yuzu. Yeah, that makes sense. Someone said you go from board to truck. That's the monster truck power up. The Heroes remake, I don't know what's happening with that. I think they just decided to kill it. Probably saw Unleashed get recomped and said, listen, Heroes getting recomped. We can't compete with the OG. We're just gonna have to dead it. Even before chat goes, they can definitely compete with the OG. Yo, Hornet with the $5 donation. Thank you so much for the support. They should incorporate the air skates as an option. The boards are okay, but I've never preferred them. You talking about the shit that Shadow was riding on in Riders? I mean, the skates were always lit. Given the amount of characters we've got, I'm sure someone's gonna get the skates at some point, you know. Or maybe we just need to make our voices heard so that we get them. I wasn't much of a skates user. I used it occasionally, but you know. Yo, Skate LPC Games with the $8 donation. Thank you so much for the support. Crazy Twitter will still crucify you when you clearly plays Roger's voice acting and other media but can't love his surfer old dude Sonic voice. I mean, look, you can't criticize Sonic on Sonic Twitter. You get in trouble, right? It is interesting because that's the only Roger voice I don't like is his Sonic voice. Like every other voice he's done has been fine. I just didn't think it was fitting for Sonic, but obviously you can't say that because then they won't even send you Sonic Rumble. So, you know, it is what it is. I like this animation here. Like, I feel like the animations in earlier footage looked more iffy, but now, like, seeing it at 60 FPS, like, even like when he leaps up and the board turns, it looks very fluid.
No.
Yeah, that looks really fluid.
No.
Ugh. Fully the Heroes remake was capped like the Adventure remakes with Sega just decided not to release yet. I think what they do is like every 5 years, I think Sega just gets a little small handful of people to attempt to remake Adventure or something. Just play around with it as a little side project just to see if like they're ready to push the red button on it. But then they just never push it, right? And I think honestly we're getting to that point where so many Sonic fans aren't even nostalgic for the Adventure era anymore because they're so much younger that they're missing the window to do it, right? Like, I'm not saying it won't sell if they do it today. Like, it will still sell. But I just feel like they're getting past the point where it was the ideal point to do it. The best point to do it is when the Adventure fans are around the mid-20s, where they were still young enough where they were gaming but still had time and money. Now we're getting to our 30s. Like, Adventure fans are in their 30s. Like, you're kind of missing the moment, okay? Like, that was supposed to be the moment, okay? But it's just one of those things. Gamer Guy said, I saw Roger at a convention. I asked him what he thinks about you and said you need to get over Jason. I'm sure he said that. You ain't even 25? Well, if you're not 25, then you're past the Adventure era. Like, SA2 came out 24 years ago. So, in fact, the anniversary might be soon. But SA2 came out 24 years ago, so obviously people grew up on it when it was old. But, like, the people that grew up on the Adventure games when they were new are, like, literally turning 30 or entering 30s. Because, like, I was 5 when SA2 came out, almost 6, right? And I'm turning 30 this year. So, you know, I'm on the younger side. There's people who are probably 32, 33. And then people that were old enough to play SA1 when that was new, like, you know, so that could be 35, you know. The window is closing, I'm just saying, you know. But obviously, yes, some people grew up on it when it was old, you know. Like, I played the classics as a kid, even though I wasn't alive when 3 and Knuckles came out, you know, like. But the people that grew up on it when it was brand new are literally, like, late 20s to 30s. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, aside from the weird camera quality of, like, whatever phone is recording this, like, the animations, like, the polish is hitting, right? Like, you know, like the issue we had with Frontiers when we compared it to Shadow Gens is that Frontiers just felt way less polished compared to Shadow Gens. We're seeing like polish here. Like the HUD looks really well done. The animations, the movement, it feels like a AAA game when I look at it. Like it feels like a AAA kart racer. Like when they say they're charging 70, obviously I don't want to pay more money, but like I can see it. It doesn't feel like Kart Corners. You know, I'm not getting the Kart Corners vibe. You know, because usually these games with Sega, like you see the Kart Corners. I'm not getting the Kart Corners vibe here.
Their animations are so good.
And so that's the scoring system. I think it's the Mario Kart 8 scoring system. 15 points for first, 12, then 10. I think that's exactly the same as Mario Kart 8 scoring system. Unleash gonna hang you for saying you don't see the Kart Corners. I mean, look. Maybe I'm getting soft in my older age. Me back like 10 years ago, I probably would have ripped something to shreds. But to be fair, like 10 years ago, we were in the trenches, so like you have to factor that in as well. Let's see if we can find this video.
I think.
Sonic Central 2025. I didn't know there was a Sonic Central coming. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. I mean, people said they wanted to go through the tweets first and not the video, so I guess we should add that to the video pile. Okay. There's some impressions here. Still just as arcadey and fun. Extreme Gear rewards you for getting boosted a lot. Obviously versus CPs with the items felt much less punishing. Okay, that's good. That's good. We confirm that. New tracks are fun, and the 4th race is 1 lap through each race. We know about that. Okay, yeah, I mean, we know pretty much that information. They couldn't even bother to put in a proper skybox in Mystic Jungle. I mean, I'm sure once we get more footage to look at, which we have some that I haven't seen yet, then we can do more scrutiny. I'm just going off of a camera recorded piece of footage. 2015 was definitely droughty. That shit was painful. You know, that shit was like really painful. Oh, anyway, it says here, I think this is some Sonic fan defending Sega. Well, they're called Sega Informants, so they defend Sega. They're saying, why is Sonic Racing Crossworlds on par with Mario Kart World in price? Unlike Nintendo, who made you pay beyond full price for a game with no indication of its post-launch plan, Sega has shown their cards, and either a base or deluxe player you'll be supported beyond. And I think their point that they're trying to make is that Sonic has promised us content, whereas Mario Kart World hasn't. Even though Mario Kart World has more content on launch, which I guess we're going to pretend isn't the case. You've been shown all the costs now. You cannot be misled by this. Sega has been transparent. Beyond £60 for a base experience can be hard to swallow for many. You can't deny the transparency. Sonic Team are committed. Sonic Team has a plan. Nintendo won't show one. I mean, like, Mario Kart World has more content on launch, so I don't even think that's a fair comparison. But I get it. Sonic fans gonna defend our Lord and Savior. Like, I'm hyped for Crossworlds. I'm just saying the price arguments, like trying to act like which one is better value for money and trying to argue it. It's just like, you're gonna buy the one that's better for you, right? You're not gonna buy the one that's $10 cheaper just because it's $10 cheaper. You're gonna buy the one that you really want the most. So, oh yeah, this Our Worlds 2 is an $8 game, as Microsoft confirmed last month that there'll be $80 games this year. So basically everyone's doing it now. Everyone's doing it now. So that's just where we're at now. Everyone's doing it. It's the new thing. I think I said this on Premulous. I said, I think the companies come together now and they do this as like a targeted attack. They decide like, okay, we're gonna raise prices. If we all do it at the same time, then they can't stop buying everyone's games, right? If one company goes first, then they get like the hate wave. And then it's like, they'll get all the heat and then everyone else is just sitting there. But if we all do it, then it's like, where are you gonna go? Unless you go indie, right? But I think that's what's happening now. Everyone's just increasing their price around the same time, and it's just like, where are you gonna go now? They just box you into a corner. Someone said GTA 6 100. Anyone who thinks GTA 6 is gonna be under 100, I feel for you now, because like, it's clear what's happening. Everyone's jumping to 80. Everyone, right? And you think Rockstar aren't gonna charge 100 for GTA? Crossworlds Deluxe is 90. And you think Rockstar, with the biggest game ever, biggest budget ever, isn't gonna charge 100 at least for GTA 6? Just start saving up now for that game if you really want to play it on launch, because that shit gonna cost, okay? Do we consider $70 or $80 full price now? I mean, what is even full price anymore? Because like, it's just the base version of the game, and then if you want to play 3 days early, you gotta get the deluxe, and they're gonna hide things behind the deluxe as well that you really want. It's like, there's no full anymore. It's just entry point price, you know? Someone said Frontiers 2 is not gonna be 80. Are you sure about that? Crossworlds is 70. You don't think Frontiers 2 will be 80? Like, at least 80. At least 80. $70 essentially full. I think 80 is gonna become the new full price by the time GTA 6 comes out. And GTA 6 likely charging $99.99, maybe even more. Yeah, 70 is gonna be seen as below full price by the time GTA 6 comes out. The way things are going, now that Nintendo's made the bold move, Sega's charging 70 for a racer. You know, I see 100 for the base of GTA 6. Maybe like 130, 150 for a deluxe. And then when it goes on sale, it goes down to like 80. I don't know. Remember when TSR was 40? And TSR had no content, so you get what you pay for, okay? Like, let's be real out here, you know? Forces was 40 again, and Forces was mid. Like, Odyssey was like 60, right? So like, would you rather play 40 for Forces or 60 for Odyssey? I mean, the choice is yours, right? Which one would you rather pay for? Crash Insane was 3 games and 1 was 40. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? And I always say this. They charge based off their clout. They charge based off what they think they can sell something for, right? When Insane Trilogy came out, Crash was in the gutter. It was in the gutter. They didn't know how much the game was gonna sell. They didn't know how much people still cared about Crash because it had been in the gutter for so many years. So when they put 3 games in there for 40, they were basically saying, we don't even know if this is gonna go, so we're not gonna risk charging 60, right? So they charge 40. But like, if Crash had just had a highly successful game, like that was like $60 and moved 10 million units, you think they charged 40 for 3 games in 1? No, they would have charged 60. It's all about what they think they can do. So the reason why Forces was 40, the reason why Mania was 20 is because Sonic's reputation in 2017 was in the gutter, and they didn't want to risk charging way too much when they needed their core fans at that point, because no one else knew was coming because they kept fucking shit up. So you gotta remember this shit when they're pricing these things. That's why GTA could charge 100, because they know it's the most anticipated game of all time. So they could charge 100 and people will still pay it. And anyone that says they won't pay it either is lying and will still pay it, or will just wait for a discount and buy it at 80. And if the discount is 80, they still got 80 off of you. So in their minds, it's like, cool. Even with Crossworlds, right? People complain about the price. Like, if it's 90 for the deluxe, if someone's gonna wait until it's discounted to 70, you're still paying 70. They're still getting money off of you. But now they're getting 90 for the people that didn't want to wait. So it's a win-win for them. basically. The only people that lose is us losing more money, obviously, but you know, that's how it goes. Acting like Crash 4 being 60 didn't kill it on arrival. Yeah, but the reason why Crash 4 didn't sell as much as Insane Trilogy is because Crash had a lot of nostalgia sales. A lot of people that bought the Insane Trilogy because they grew up with PlayStation. Seesaw Ocean donated $5 and said, "Come on, Prem, I won't say it always comes first. No matter how many it gets, I don't regret getting forces." I mean, do I regret it? I'm a content creator, so like, I bought it for content, right? Would I have had the urge to buy it if I wasn't a content creator? No. Like, Superstar is a perfect example of a game that I wouldn't have bought if I wasn't a Sonic 2. I would have just let it sit until it was heavily discounted and just bought it. And that's the thing, like, that's why I don't understand why people get so mad about prices. Because it's like, you vote with your wallet. If it's too expensive or you don't want to pay it based on what you think it's worth, don't pay it. Like, there's plenty of games that come out at full price and I'm like, this looks fun, but I don't want to pay full price for this. And I'll wait however long it takes, and then when I'll get a notification that's been discounted, then I'll get it at a discount. And then there's other games I'm like, I ain't waiting, fuck that, I'm buying it. And then I'll buy it. But to be angry is almost like, well, you want to play it now, but you don't want to pay for it now. So you're mad. But it's like, if you really don't want to pay for it now, then just wait. It's not the end of the world. Like, the game will still be there. Right? Super mid for $20 on Mania? Obviously Mania. Like, that's not even a question. Someone said, I think it's the sudden jump in price and it's getting on people's nerves. If it was slowly creeping up, people wouldn't be complete. But I mean, it has been slow. I would argue it's been slow. I mean, we had $60 as full price. And then, like, in the last how many years, they switched to 70? Wasn't Tears of the Kingdom 70? I mean, no price increase is gonna go down well. It's just never gonna go down well because no one wants to pay more money for shit they're already buying for less money. You know? Gamer Guy said I'd buy Mania for 50. I mean, honestly, I would have paid 60 for Mania. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a pixel game, but it just looked that good. I would have paid it. All the old stages, you know. We couldn't even get used to 70 before they show up to 80. Yeah, I mean, look. I think when it comes to like full-priced games, most people are only gonna get a small handful of the stuff that they really want to get, and then everything else they wait for a discount. Spidey says Crossworlds getting bought at $10 on a resale. They ain't getting $70 from you. Yeah, I don't know about $10. It's probably gonna be a while until you're paying $10. In fact, let's check right now. Even offline racing is still sitting at £35 right now. I mean, they do Sonic discounts, to be fair. Let's see Transformer because that's old. Why is it not showing up? Even Transformed is still more than $10. It's £15. That's like $20, right? And that's not including the DLC. The DLC is separate. So I don't know if you're gonna be getting Crossworlds for no $10. If it's 90 with the digital deluxe, let's just say they go to 50% off. That's $45. Let's just round up to 50, right? Maybe you pay 50 for it. 10, 20, 30? I don't think anytime soon. I don't think anytime soon. Anyway, let's keep going through the tweets. This is the Grand Prix thing. They got like a little video here. Let's take a look at this.
I didn't think you knew how to have fun. What's the occasion? I relish any chance to surpass you. Prepare for a humiliating defeat.
All right. That's like a little rival intro thing, like kind of similar to the SA2 multiplayer, where they have their little speeches before they start. That's cool. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is PS5 Pro enhanced according to the game's PS Store page. The same goes with PS4 Pro. I don't know what the enhancement will be. Probably resolution. I'm guessing base PS5 is still gonna run this at 60 FPS. I'm guessing PS4 Pro would hit 60 as well. Base PS4, I don't know. Sonic to arguing about the English versus Japanese translations. The translations, or like the voices, or what? Adventure remakes will only happen if we get a run of Boom and 06 level games and the movies become shit and they need to save the franchise. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even fussed about adventure remakes right now. Like, it's not even on my radar anymore. Right now I'm in decomp and recomp mode. I'm in just like native PC port all the old games and worry about that remake shit later. But yeah, PS5, I don't even have a PS5 Pro, so I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I guess it'll be interesting to see. Maybe PS5 Pro gets 120 frames? Maybe 120 frame support is in the game. I don't think they'll have it fully unlocked, but at least Shadow Generations ran at 120. I don't know if this game is on the same engine as Shadow Generations, but if it is, then 120 would be nice to see. I'm just saying. Takashi Iizuka. Okay, I need to change this song. I've been playing it for too long. Okay, yeah, that's a good song. PS5 Pro might be native 4K. Oh, native 4K? Oh, that's good. But I hope we can get 120. I say that as if I've got a PS5. I need to get a PS5 Pro. Even though my PS5 is collecting dust, I feel like since Rockstar's doing their annoying make you double, triple dip their games, and GTA 6 is going to take a while before it comes to PC. If they confirm that GTA 6 is 60 FPS on PS5 Pro, then I'll buy a PS5 Pro. Otherwise, I'm not buying one. Did you hear about Sony talking about the PS6? Apparently they said that was their next focus or something like that. Yeah, they need to hurry up with that. When is Heroes getting decomped? Whenever the real Sonic fans who know what's at stake get to it. Like, I've heard 06 is moving, but we need the Heroes team, okay? Whoever's thinking about recomping Heroes and hasn't bitten the bullet yet, I'm giving you the go-ahead to say it's okay to start, okay? The whole Sonic community is backing you. All of us are backing you, okay? All of us. Everyone in chat is in agreement with me that we're backing the Heroes decomp with immediate effect and speed. We all want it. I'm speaking for everyone. Yes, I'm putting all of you in it, okay? There's strength in numbers. The real superpower of teamwork. If the PS5 Pro was $700, how much would the PS6 be? Well, the PS6 will be cheaper than the 5 Pro. That's a Pro system, so they're gonna raise the price, isn't it? 2027 still feels early for PS6. I mean, that's 7 years, right? That was the 360 to Xbox One generation. It was like 05 to, well, yeah, PS6 was 06, and then PS3 was 06. PS4 was 2013, right? Yeah, that was 7 years. The only difference is now there's barely any exclusives. Everything comes to PC. Sonic Heroes featuring classic Sonic and Whis. Okay, fuck the Whis. Don't put no Whis in Heroes. We don't need that shit, okay? If they did a Teen Classic Sonic as a mod or a bonus in the remake, I don't really care because it's like a mod or a bonus. As long as it doesn't replace anything, just put it in there for the classic fanboys who, you know, jerk off to like not seeing green eyes. But don't replace any of the teams. Don't do that. You only got 2 really exclusive, Spider-Man and Astro. No, Spider-Man came to PC as well. I bought Spider-Man 2 on PC. I haven't even played it. I played it on PS5, but I haven't played the PC version. I just kind of bought it on impulse because I was like, well, duh, of course I want it on PC. I haven't even touched it yet. I'll speak on behalf of everyone. We are switching to PC next generation. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, Switch 2 is going to be getting a lot of good support. PS6. I think Sony needs to hurry up with their handheld. That's what I think. I think PS6 they need to drop the handheld. They have to have their PS6 base version, and then a handheld PS6 that's like a Series S in terms of like it gets weaker versions of the games, but it still runs the same games. So like if PS6 is running everything at 4K, then the handheld runs everything at 1080p, but the same frame rates as the base console. That's what they need to do, okay? Because I think Sony's just taking too long with their handheld. Like, I get it, like, power is an issue. Like, the Switch 2, the battery life isn't as good. It's expensive compared to, like, I think Switch 1 base price. So they're waiting for, like, the power to get to the right level. But if they don't launch the PS6 with a handheld variant, I'm gonna be annoyed. Stellar Blade also released on PC. Oh yeah, I saw someone getting Stellar Blade on Steam. I need to check that out actually. There's no point buying the PS6 on the new Xbox. Everything's gonna be on PC while the new console costs $800. I mean, if you want the seamlessness of console, then I can see it, right? Like, because PC still has the big issue of wild west of launchers. If everything was just not stuck to these different launchers, then maybe. If they find a way to just consolidate everything, then PC would be like perfect. But like, especially like if you buy a handheld PC and you want to dock it to your TV, the launchers can mess everything up. You try and boot up an old Ubisoft game from Steam, and then it's trying to open like a launcher that's not working properly. It's a mess. It's a bit of a mess. You heard Xbox is making the Xbox handheld? It's not even a true Xbox handheld. It's a ROG Ally with Xbox branding on it. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the software. If their software is good, then I'm looking forward to it. Everyone's gonna use Steam. But even the games on Steam have launchers too. Like, you can buy GTA on Steam, but when you open it, it still connects to the Rockstar launcher. So it's still a mess. Valve doesn't have the clout to say, no third-party launchers on our shit. Everything runs natively. They can't do that. See, Apple could do some shit like that. Like, fuck your launchers. When you're on our Apple shit, you do it the Apple way. Valve can't do that. You know? Anyway, I feel like we've gone more than 60 seconds without talking about Sonic. So, we have to talk about Sonic, otherwise the stream will automatically end. What do you think the PS6 handheld will offer? Well, I think most likely it will play PS5 games beautifully. PS6 games with weaker performance, probably weaker resolution. And if they let you dock it, then it probably still won't be as good as base PS6 performance, but you can dock it and play it. And also, I think cloud gaming support as well, for those who want to, I guess, play certain things on the cloud. But yeah. Anyway, El Zucador deconfirms character interactions between base roster and collaboration characters. Says earlier you said that there'll be interactions between characters, but there'll be interactions between Sonic. But will there be interactions between Sonic and the collaboration characters? For example, a combination of Sonic and Kasuga Ichiban. Kasuga says there's no dialogue for collaboration characters. Because of the IP, the voice dialogue is limited to the 24 Sonic characters. So, this is one of those things that I consider to be a cut corner. Because I feel like if Nintendo did it, they probably add in the interactions, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I feel like Nintendo would have done it. When they said no voice, did they mean no voice at all? Like just models and that's it? Or are they just gonna reuse voice clips? I don't know. I feel like they should at least reuse some voice clips or something. You know, to do nothing? I feel like that's a bit too far. Have we seen this article before? Oh, I don't think we've seen this article. I don't know why Sonic fans are expecting Shadow to interact with Steve. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a lot of things to add. But to have no grunts though, because they said the voice dialogue is limited to the 24 characters. Maybe this is just bad translation. But like, if it's like the characters have no grunts because we don't want to add them, that's too far. If it's just like we didn't do the dialogue between the rival. That's different. Steve gonna be voiced by Jack Black. I still need to see that movie actually. They probably have to pay for new voice sessions. I'm sure they could find some clips to reuse for a bunch of these characters. They got grunts, okay? They got grunts. Sonic Mod has been using the same Jason Griffith Unleashed clips for like 15 years. And they still sound good, okay? They could have reused some grunts. If Mortal Kombat could have multiple character dial for every single character and guest character, and Crossworlds can too. I mean, Mortal Kombat, I mean, that's definitely a big budget thing. But, you know, Ryan clips sound good too. I mean, if they put like a Hero Sonic in the game and they took clips straight from Heroes, I think there's enough clips in there, enough grunts in there that you could do a mod for Hero Sonic. You know? And again, when the game comes out in 3 months, we'll see if modders do like voice clip mods. I'm still iffy on that because this actually seems like it's going to be supported online and it's not going to be dead on arrival. I wonder if they're going to ban people for voice mods, because like I don't want that to happen. If they do ban people for voice mods, I'll be annoyed, because I want to just test out some Jason, some Ryan, some Pete for Silver, and just see if we can still play online with it. Like, no one's trying to cheat online. I ain't trying to cheat online. I just want to hear some different voices, okay? If we can do that with the mods, I think Silver's got more than enough grunts from 06 to satisfy Crossworlds. Like, the It's No Use is gonna hit like crack in the 80s. The Take This, you know. Jason in 06 got tons of clips. Unleashed as well. Shadow from 06. Oh, Shadow's grunts in 06 on Shadow and Crossworlds would hit. Like, literally. So, if we get voice mods, I'll definitely use them. As long as people test them first and they don't get banned, then I know it's safe. Sega hates me enough. I'm not trying to get banned from the online. Someone said we keeping Silver as Bryce. You mean Nintendo Wii? Rocky Road. No, Zaz is not getting modded. No voice mods for Zaz. Zaz is perfect, okay? That's the Rocky Road GOAT. Okay, don't play with Zaz, okay? But yeah, as long as there's grunts, it's fine. If there's no character interactions, it is what it is. But as long as there's grunts, it's fine. But let's take a look at this article here from Famitsu. Famitsu gets all the early Sonic articles. Hatsune Miku's participation in Sonic Racing Crossworlds has received a great response overseas. I want to deliver a culmination of the series to the fans without worrying about other works. An interview with Takashi Iizuka overflowing with strong feelings. It's a new racing game, Summer Game Fest. Yeah, great deal of excitement, yada yada yada. At Summer Games Fest, we interviewed Father Zook. Hatsune Miku is a hot topic for its unexpectedness. It's a work that's a culmination of all the good things. Isn't Miku from Sega? Why is it so unexpected? I could have sworn Miku was Sega. Oh, I thought Miku was Sega. Krypton Future Media. Okay, I guess that makes more sense for it to be unexpected. I thought they were Sega. I don't know why I thought Miku was Sega. I think it's because it looks like that Space Channel, those Space Channel characters. Is Rocky Road gonna be my main? Look. Silver on a hoverboard would have been my main if it was Pete. That would have been my go-to main. Silver on a hoverboard would have been my main. With the voice cast the way it is, I might stick with Zaz until mods come in, and then we'll see. Because the stats aren't like character limited, right? So you can play whatever character you want and still get the stats you want, right? So based off that, I would have gone Silver. But because of voice acting, probably Zaz. Because that Rocky Road, Zaz has got a hoverboard, right? As long as Zaz has got a hoverboard. If Zaz is on a hoverboard, then we sticking with the Rocky Road GOAT. Sega owns Miku, but it's a Pokemon thing where they don't own it fully. Oh, it's one of those. Yeah, I always thought Miku was Sega. I knew I was right to think that. It's one of those mixed ownership ones. Why do I like Zaz? His voice clips were just hitting in the game. I was never a Zaz stan, but when I played the demo, the voice clips were just hitting. I'm sorry, but the Rocky Road was hitting, okay? I need my Rocky Road, okay? A closet Lost World fan? I mean, when Frontiers came out, people were mad at me because I was debating whether I liked it more than Lost World. They were not happy when I said that shit. I had to replay Lost World just to be like, okay, fine, Frontiers is slightly better, you know. I think I said Frontiers was better, I think. I don't even remember anymore what I said. Who would be my favorite female character to play as? What are the options right now? Well, Amy's here, Wave's here. In terms of what's here, it's only 2. I guess either Amy or Wave. But what we really want is Elise on a hoverboard. That's what we actually want. We want Elise on a hoverboard. And again, if mods are not getting banned as long as it's not cheating, then someone replace Miku with Elise. Okay, she's got plenty of clips from 06. You know, she had grunts, right? In the levels where Sonic carries Elise, there were grunts. I think so. Elise on a hoverboard needs to happen. It needs to happen, okay? The people want it. Chat clearly wants it. I mean, I glanced for half a second, and all I saw was yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. Miku's not catching a stray. Relax, Miku fans. I'm not hating on Miku. The reason why I said mod Elise over Miku is because they're both human builds. Like, it makes the most sense in terms of the animations. You're not obviously not gonna mod Elise over Rouge, right? The animations for Miku might already be ready to go to where Elise could use them. That's why I said mod it over Miku. Please, Miku fans, I'm not trying to beef with you. I have no problems with Miku. Anyway, first, please briefly tell us about your background and how you were involved in this film. I don't know why they're saying film. My history is Sonic began with Mega Sonic 3. Okay, we get all the history. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. Okay, let's get to the interesting shit. It's exciting to hear that a racing game is being made by the Initial D team. Yes, this game was created by a team of people who make the best racing games at Sega and Sonic Team. We decided to work together as a team on the production, and from there, we discussed with Utaki and Kobayakawa what kind of game we wanted to make. When the production began, I can't remember the exact time because we've been working on it for quite some time. It's been a long time since we started. It seems like a lot of effort's been put into it. The latest trailer was released at Summer Game Fest the other day, and the audience was excited to see Miku, Ichiban, and Joker. What did you think of the overseas reaction? One of the characters Miku received I just realized when they're talking about overseas, they're talking about like the West, because it's a Japanese article. When they said overseas at first, I was thinking, oh, Japan is fucking with this. They're talking about us, we the foreigners to them. They're saying we English speaking motherfuckers were the ones simping for Miku. That's what they're saying. Okay. Someone said Chip the goat. Oh man, imagine if Chip followed the werehog around in the game, like the way cheese follows cream. Like, that would be crazy. Like, you play as the werehog and Chip is just following you. That would be insane. Someone said we need Classic Sonic. Look, it's a spin-off game, so I wouldn't even be mad if Classic Sonic was playable. If I see you playing as Classic Sonic, I'm boosting the fuck into you though. But I won't be mad at you for playing as him, okay? Who would voice Elise if she was added? You get Lacey Chabert, like, of course. She did a great job in 06. Like, her voice is great. No need to change it. Like, let's not play around with Lacey. Follow the Mario Kart World method. Make Chip a character. Chris, random NPCs from random NPCs. Man, fuck the NPCs from Unleashed. If we're getting NPCs, I want 06 NPCs. I want the black guy that sold me the upgrades to be a playable character. I want the captain that makes you run all the way the fuck around and you really are supposed to go and talk to him. I want Sonic Man. Like, you people be hating on the 06 humans way too much. There were goated humans in that game. Stop the cap. Stop with the anti-06 propaganda, okay? The humans were good. We want the hey dude. We want it. And when he does the tricks, I want him to say the hey. Okay? I want that shit. Professor Pickle greater than all the humans in 06. Relax, don't be saying that bullshit. I like Professor Pickle, okay? I wouldn't mind playable Professor Pickle. But the dude eats cucumber sandwiches. Cucumber, nothing else? Like, I can understand tuna and cucumber. Cucumber on its own, like just bread, cucumber bread? Do you put butter in that shit? Like, cucumber on its own? Like, come on, that's ridiculous, okay? Sonic Man? That would be fire. Chris Thorndike as well. Thorndike, his grandpa as well, put him in there. Put Tanaka in there. What's the name of the woman that Mike Pollock was voicing in Sonic X? The maid. Put her in the game as well. Like, I'm just saying. SA2 president. Okay, now we're going too far. But in terms of obscure picks, Grounder and Scratch. I want Grounder and Scratch so... I want Grounder and Scratch to be acknowledged so badly. Like, they are the most underrated characters in the whole fucking franchise at this point. Grounder and Scratch. Like, could someone please mod in Grounder and Scratch? Can I just hear one bah-ha-ha? Like, can I get one? Like, one Scratch love in Crossworlds. Like, when he, like, hits someone and they lose their rings and I just hear, like, bah-ha-ha? Like, oh my god. I need that shit. Snooping as usual. Even then, like, you could get, like, the Robotnik from the cartoons. Like, he's got a different design, right? Like, the, let me see. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Robotnik. Like, it depends on how much they support the game, but if you got this design in the game, imagine you could play as this Eggman, and this Eggman all in the same fucking game. That's crazy. Like, I don't know if they'd ever go this far. This is one of those things where they probably wouldn't, but you still got the VHS tapes of Adventures of Sonic. Man, that's crazy. I think I saw one of those VHS tapes actually. Floating Cat said, I want Infinite the Goats to be modded in. I mean, I know you're a Forces stan, and I still don't know how you're a Forces stan. But I will admit that I do fuck with Infinite more than most people. Apparently everyone hates Infinite. I fuck with Infinite, okay? He might be one of my favorite Sonic villains at this point, honestly. Like, I mean, what is my tier list for Sonic villains? Obviously, Mental Overlord is #1, we know that. After that, it would be Eggman, assuming we're not counting Shadow as a villain. Who else is there? Like, Mephiles, probably after that. I guess Chaos would be before Mephiles. I like Chaos. But Infinite is up there. Infinite is actually up there for me. Like, he's really up there for me. Like, I'm talking about, like, personality, not necessarily boss fights, because that's a whole different thing. Just, like, a character that I'd want to keep. Like, if there was one thing they kept from Forces, I'd say keep Infinite. That's what I would say. But yeah, I think the talking villains are more interesting, but I do like Chaos. Omega? I don't even think Omega's a villain, though. Like, I wouldn't put him in villain territory. But yeah, honestly, like, I don't want to say this because it sounds bold, but even though I'm an 06 fan, I feel like I like Infinite more than Mephiles. Like, Mephiles, I like Mephiles, and I like his design, but Infinite just had a cooler backstory to me. Like, Shadow embarrassed him, he put the mask on, like, you know, he couldn't show his face. It's just more interesting to me. What can I say? I like Infinite. People only like him because of his design? You mean Infinite or Mephiles? And now everyone's mad at me again. What can I say? It's not even about the writing. It's more about the design of the character, the backstory, and the voice. Now, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not ranking stories, right? Design of the character, backstory, voice. I like Infinite. Like, I want him to come back. I would love for him to be playable in Crossworlds. But like Mephiles from a design standpoint is pretty cool. Not the black and white shadow looking version. This was lazy. I don't like that version. This version is sick. This version is sick. But so is Infinite. Why the fuck did I type in Infinite without the context of Sonic? Does Google know what I'm talking about? So is it, like, come on, man, like, he's got the mask on, he's got the white, he's got the, like, was he not cool? Am I the only one that liked Infinite? Sonic fans doing the thing that because it comes from a bad game means it's automatically bad. I think that's what's happening, but then we're comparing it to an 06 character, and everyone hates 06. And then nowadays, the Forces gets more hate than 06, let's be real though, at least in the Sonic community. The outsiders, they still hate 06 like it's 2006. The Zaz is my favorite. No, Zaz is not my favorite villain, okay? I was never a Zaz fan. It's just that in Crossworlds, the voice acting was hitting. Okay, Gamer Guy, that's gotta be bad. You don't honestly think Zavok is better than Infinite. That's ridiculous. Zavok. I mean, it's your chat. I assume you have more 06 enjoyers. I guess maybe. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. Which game do you like more? Let's just do a quick poll. Infinite got bitched by Shadow and sought vengeance. Well, if you're gonna get bitched, it might as well be from Shadow, right? I mean, he's the ultimate life form. It's not like he got bitched by Tails. If Infinite got bitched by Tails and started wearing a mask, I would never respect him. Like, imagine Tails kicking you in the face and saying, "Don't show your pathetic face around here again," and then you put on a mask. Like, no one's gonna take you seriously ever again. But Shadow, like, I can respect it. You know, like, it's like if you're a boxer and you lose a fight to like Mike Tyson, it's like, okay, you put up a good fight, you lost, but it was Mike Tyson. Don't go and lose to some random dog. You can't do that. Alright, so the chat is definitely more 06 than Forces. That's for sure. Is Zaz better than Zavok? Zaz and Zavok are the top 2 of the Deadly 6 for sure. Xena obviously being third. Zomom's obviously at the bottom, which leaves the old guy and what's the other one? The emo kid. Yeah, that's pretty much the ranking. Most of these people are frauds. They watch the games on YouTube. I mean, you gotta remember that PO6 has made people start to vote 06 on things when they never played 06. So that's definitely playing a role too. Because if you start to compare PO6 to Forces, it's a slam dunk, right? So, you know, if they don't remember the load times, like, I was on the PS3 with the slowdowns and the load times. So, like, I remember that. I think original 06 is gonna get lost to time for sure. Because the emulators caught out the load times. The game is getting decomped, right? And you got PO6. I feel like people are just gonna forget how the original game played. It's gonna come a point where people actually be like, what was the original like? Like, because once the decomp comes out and people got a native port of it, once there's an 06 decomp and it's natively ported to PC, it's natively ported to any console that can be hacked, it's natively ported to phone, and it loads fast, and it runs smooth, and they got like patches to fix major glitches, that will rewrite the history of the game. Very funny, Gamer Guide. Yibby says Forces is bad. Cyberpunk 2077 and Pokemon Scarlet have had that happen. People forget how bad they used to perform. Yeah, but that one's more acceptable though because the companies fixed it, right? Like if Sega themselves re-released 06 in 2025 and it was the original game but patched up to include all the DLC, load times fixed, performance fixed, you know, it wasn't glitched out or anything like that. You know, improvements. but it's still the same game, same original source, but just with improvements, that would rewrite history, yes, it would. But that's an official rewrite that they did. It's not like fans did it and Sega never co-signed it, because then it doesn't count, right? It's like save states, right? If you emulate a game and use save states, you are cheating, which is fine if you want to cheat, but you are cheating. But if the official company re-releases that old-ass game and they put save states in the re-release, then technically you're not cheating because the company co-signed it. Now, if you want to be a purist, don't use the save states. But if they released it with the save states in there, it's not cheating. Like, if you use the no lives option in Origins, I think lives are disableable in Origins, right? If you play without lives, it's not cheating because they put the games in there like that to where you don't need lives. So it's not cheating. But a purist would have played the originals and beaten them with the life system, faced the game overs of Sonic 1, and then been like, I did it the original way, right? Like, I beat Sonic 1 with the life system, with all the emeralds, like the hard way. But not everyone's gonna do that, because they're gonna have Origins, they're gonna retry the special stages, all the niceties that come with modern games. You just don't believe Sonic fans anymore? What happened now? Incoming 7-hour stream. No, we're not gonna do 7 hours. We're gonna get through the tweets soon, trust me. Like, I know we've been detouring for quite a while. I need a song. Let's go. Act 1. Act 1. You'd rather play 06 than Rise of Lake? Make that poll. Everyone should be saying 06 to that, so no need to do that poll. Someone said, get to the Frontiers news. Get to the Sonic! Stop talking! Hear me out, Prem DLC character could be fine. Maybe someone will mod me into Crossworlds. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing myself in a hoverboard. I don't know if my grunts would hit though. I don't know if I would have good grunts. I don't know about that. Anyway. Various guest characters have appeared in previous titles, but could you tell us your intentions and the circumstance behind having these characters? Zuka says, I want to clarify this a little, but Miku, Ichiban, and Joker will be added for free. Our characters will be added for free if you buy this product, since this is Team Sonic Racing after all. Oh, now it's Team Sonic Racing? Zuko, you've forgotten the name of the game. As the first disc only contains Sonic characters, it's basically a Sonic game, and the characters other than Sonic will be added for free every month. These 3 characters are some of the characters that will be updated for free after the release. I keep forgetting they're not part of the DLC. I just kind of assumed that anyone that wasn't Sonic was DLC. And Minecraft is another thing, and this can be enjoyed with a paid season pass. If you purchase the season pass, you can enjoy collaboration content with various large IPs throughout the year. Currently there are 6 slots in total. There are quite a lot of them, and they are luxurious. Actually, there have been quite a few Sonic Racing games up until now. In recent years, the starting point was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. The fuck do you mean that was the starting point? Oh, okay, in recent years. Okay, so we're gonna just glance over Riders because we don't want to mention the GOAT, okay? Following that, Transformed, released in 2014. Wasn't that 2012? Wasn't that 2012? Yeah, it was 20... What did they mean 2014? Japan had to wait 2 years? Damn. What about regional release dates? There are fans of all the previous series, so in order to include all the fans in this game, we brought in the good parts of each game. We tried to include a transformation function and realize racing where Sonic characters talk to each other. There are also there's 1 game in the Sonic Riders series called Sonic Riders, in which you race on a hoverboard, and we've incorporated the good parts of that as well. So we incorporated everything basically. All the good parts of Sonic Racing game are included in this one. As part of that, we decided to include Sega characters other than Sonic. It was also essential to make the game more exciting. Yeah, I better commented this game though, for sure. For sure. It's no exaggeration to say that this is a culmination of Sega's racing games. In fact, we have a huge fan of Shenmue in the editorial department, and Ryo Hazuki appeared only in the overseas version of Transformed, which you mentioned earlier. So the Shenmue guy appeared and transformed. Oh, they gotta put him in Crossworlds then. Him on a hoverboard could go crazy though. I can't answer about unannounced characters yet, but the possibility is not zero. However, we can't put in everything, and we are planning to add one character each month. Ooh, one each month? So that's October, November, December. Yeah, so we gotta get what's it called? II. We need II for sure. Sonic Team GX donated $5. Thank you so much for the support. What would the interaction between Prem and Jet be? I have no idea. No idea. Shout out to Sonic Team for finally making a game that continually feeds. I swear, man, I'm looking so forward to this. Like, aside from, like, you know, the Sonic version of Mario Maker, which is like my #1 online Sonic game that I want them to do, this is probably the second best thing I would have wanted them to do, the racing game. The fighting game would have been my third pick, racing second. The Sonic version of Mario Maker will be first. I'm still annoyed that they missed that whole Mario Maker wave. Like, of all the times to not copy something from Nintendo, that was the time you picked to not copy something? Like, I just feel like we missed out on so many good years of Sonic Maker. So many good years of Sonic Maker. But maybe now is a good time, because now that Sonic's got more clout, if they do one and they put like Minecraft Steve in there playing as with Sonic Physics, and Miku and all these other characters, they could have all these franchises, all these fans of these franchises buying the Sonic Maker just because of the costumes, right? Too much work for Sega. Yeah, but now they got clout, so they can charge like $8 for it, so they'll put in the work. Do you think they'll put Maria in the game? I don't know if they would do that, but Maria on a hoverboard will go crazy. Not even Capcom made a Mega Man Maker. I think there was a fan Mega Man Maker. I think I downloaded it at some point. I think Dashi covered it. Gamer Guy said Sonic Studio. That doesn't exist. I swear that shit's been being teased since I was in my early 20s. AKA a long time ago. Mega Man Maker still going strong. I think I played it like once. I'm trying to remember if I made a video on it. I don't know. You'd rather have a Sonic fighting game now than a Mario Maker game? Well, I mean, everyone's different. For me, Mario Maker, I sunk hundreds of hours into, and probably 1,000+ hours watching streamers play Mario Maker levels that were too hard for me to play. I would watch streamers like spend 3 hours running one Mario Maker level because it was that hard. Like Darkspine Sonic would find a level that has a clear rate of like 0.05%, and once he starts playing it, it's like, I'm beating it. We're not moving on to the next level till I beat. Hours he'd be on the same fucking level. If he gets tired and the stream ends, then the next stream back to that one level until it's done. And I'll check in like, is he done it yet? He's going further into like, there were some tough levels. That's why I want to see a Sonic Maker, because there'll be some bullshit, and it'll be very fun to watch. It'll be good for a series too. Like, I could do like level. I mean, I'm not doing no 12-hour levels, so fuck that. I'll do some hard levels, but not 12-hour hard. Like maybe like 30-minute hard. Like. Here we go, said, I think we can all agree though that we want Crossworlds to be the last Sonic racing game for at least the next 10 years. Let Sega make other spin-off games. Well, I mean, if it's the last one, it's because they're supporting it every year, so it's getting bigger and better every year. Not because we want them to abandon it and never do a racing game for another decade. What about a Sonic 99 type game like Pac-Man 99 or Mario 35? I played Mario 35 on the non-Sonic channel, and I was saying they should have done a Sonic version of that, a Sonic 99, where you play through like 2D Sonic levels, just like Mario 35. Like, there were so many missed opportunity games, and I think the reason why they didn't do a lot of them before is because Sonic's reputation was so in the gutter, pre-movie, that like, the online would be so dead that no one would play it. Like, Team Sonic Racing wasn't a horrible game. I mean, it was low budget, but it wasn't horrible. But knowing that no one's online, why am I gonna boot it up? Like, when am I gonna boot up? Like, I think that's the ultimate test for this game. Can I pick up this game 2 years from now, Crossworlds, pick up 2 years from now, 2027, try and go online and match people at 2 in the morning and have it not be an issue? That's the ultimate test for the game. If I can do that, then the game did what it needed to do. Mario Kart World may be bland now, but I know it's gonna have legs for several years to come. Yeah, we know they're gonna support it. We know they're gonna improve whatever issues they got with it right now. I don't even know all the issues because I've barely played it. I need to actually play it this week. Crossplay basically guarantees longevity. I wouldn't say it guarantees it. I think sales and clout and constant support would guarantee it. But I mean, it does help significantly. Is this the first Sonic game to have crossplay? Like, is it actually the first one? Did Superstars have crossplay? Not like anyone was gonna play Superstars online anyway. I mean, Superstars. But I just wonder if it did. Sonic Speed Simulator. We're not counting Sonic Speed Simulator. Like, we're not doing that. What is Cross? That's a Roblox game. There is no Cross. It's just Roblox. Floating Cat said, think it'll be like Team Sonic Racing where it's dead after 2. I disagree. This game not going to be dead after 2 weeks. Okay? Everyone is... People that prefer Mario Kart are reviewing the demos and saying they got something here. Mario Kart stands are saying this. And I'm also a Mario Kart stan and I'm saying it. Superstars had crossplay between Steam and Epic Game Store. Great, so the millions of users on Steam could play with the one person who decided to get Superstars on the Epic Game Store because they wanted to be different. Ugh. Anyway, before I get on the Epic Games rant. Don't know if they'll be released yet. We probably won't announce them in advance. I hope that customers will look forward to each month wondering which character will be participating this month. Earlier you said that there'll be interactions between characters. But will there be interactions between Sonic? Okay, so I already saw this part. There's no dialogue because of the IP. Even so, if dialogue is prepared for all 24, there seems to be quite a number of patterns. There are rival characters for each of the 24 characters, and in addition to the dialogue at the beginning, there are also combinations of lines for each character, such as serves you right Shadow, Sonic to Shadow, when you send an attack item and hit the opponent during a normal race. This time there's some sages. I don't know what that means. Who are particularly quiet, so you should be able to enjoy the characters' personalities and think, so this is how this character talks. This is quite interesting and is a selling point. I love to see all the variations talking about the game as a whole. I think there are quite a lot of compelling titles when it comes to racing games. What do you think are the differences between this game and other titles, and what are the unique elements and points of interest? Regardless of what Mario Kart is like, we are determined to make the best racing game in the long-running Sonic Racing series that will satisfy all our customers. No matter what Mario Kart does, we are putting together the best development team ever, including Sonic Riders, to make the best races. The fact that they're using the fact that the Riders team is working on this as a selling point just goes to show they know what's goated. They know what's goated, okay? Sonic fans are so weird. People are just gonna play what they like. There's no mind control shit to default to Mario. Yeah, I mean, look, Mario Kart is cemented because they did it first and did it really well and they stayed consistent, right? But if they enjoy the Sonic game, they'll still play it. Like, reviewers aren't gonna just be like, because we like Mario Kart, we're gonna hate on Sonic. I don't think it's that deep. It's not a rap beef, you know? Like, you can like both. Even in the rap beef, you can still like both, but, you know. Most games in Crossplay are either huge AAA titles or free-to-play games that need a huge player base to continue playing. Crossworlds is a racing game. Worst case scenario, you only need like 100 people online to find a match without a huge issue. Races are capped to 12 people and you're playing different tracks. Yeah, I mean, you only need 12 people to race. So ideally, if you got like 50 people online at any given point, you should be able to find a race. Assuming, when I say 50 people online, not people playing with their friends in like lobbies, but like online in the main scale. But then also if there's like ranked modes and things like that, then that might affect the numbers. So you have to factor that in too. The idea of a traveling race where you walk to a completely different world on the second lap, so the crosswalk mechanic is an element that you will never see anywhere else. We are doing some pretty tough things technically. We are really focused on making the best races with this new idea. I played it and it was really impactful. Also, the operability was pretty good and I felt good being able to operate it the way that I wanted. Kobayakawa especially paid a lot of attention to the operability. I think it's a testament to the skills he has cultivated in arcade games. He really paid attention to the handling, physical strength, and drifting parts, making adjustments viable to the moment of release. Okay. I felt they paid a lot of attention to details with any difficulties you faced. We had difficulties, technical aspects, yada yada. I also communicate with them. I think being able to play against each other across all platforms is a pretty big point. Will there be any difference in the playing difference depending on the hardware? Of course. The arcade race team has always had development experience based on competing over a network across Japan. We have the technology we have developed over the years to minimize the gap and make the races on an equal footing. That certainly makes initial these teams' tracks very encouraging. Okay. Give a message to the fans who are looking forward. September 25th, 3 months away. Okay. Thank you very much. Alright. My mouth is tired of speaking, so we're going to look at some videos now. Okay. I can't talk for much longer because I need to watch something. I need to see what the footage is saying, okay? The shit's looking hype. Team Offline Racing has 25 people online on Steam, and that shit was dead on arrival and did not sell anything huge after 5 years. For crossplay and being naturally a better or bigger game, no issues. You're saying Offline Racing's got 25 people playing it now? That's crazy.
After 6 years away from the track, Sonic Racing Crossworlds Sonic Racing Crossworlds is here to show that Sega's Blue Blur still has plenty
we need a bingo card for shit like this. Every time reviewers say some shit like Blue Blur.
of interesting spins to offer players who want to race in the world of Sonic the Hedgehog. Watch out, Mario Kart World. That's the primary thought I came away with after getting to play Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
Why did I think that was
30
AI text for a second? I saw the banners with the fake text. I was like, is that AI?
Getting to play Sonic Racing Crossworlds for roughly 30 minutes at a recent preview session. Granted, it's not a lot of time to get your arms around a game, but in that short time, I never
Can I just say, like, they cooked with making Mystic Jungle a racetrack. Like, they knew what its purpose was, and they delivered, okay? They delivered.
to feel the thrill of revving and drifting around
You can tell it's not a Sonic fan. Perfect. We need to hear what non-Sonic fans are saying because casuals sell these games. Casuals sell racing games. Mario Kart sold more than Smash, sold more than Mario Odyssey, more than New Super Mario Bros. Casuals sell the games. If the casuals like it, then the online will never be dead.
countless creative and colourful tracks while bumping up against others, zooming through the totally new travel rings and not knowing where it might lead to next.
Now for the next phase of my plan.
Coolish.
Such events are made even more exciting given that it's been
God, the hoverboards look sick in the flight sections. Look at that. Oh my God, rider
hot
shit.
second since the last Sonic the Hedgehog racing
I don't know what speed they're
Luckily,
playing at, but it's
with
a slow speed.
Crossworlds, the devs at Sonic Team have clearly been biding their time.
Mystic Jungle's layout is just Aqua Road, no changes needed. Literally, like it was primed and ready to go.
Incorporating elements from previous entries in addition to the new to help create the best of all worlds. First thing
Speaking of which though, like I liked Eggate in Forces. I want to see Eggate come as a stage. And Metropolitan Highway as well. I love Metropolitan Highway. Like, I want that as a stage.
is first. It's clear that one of the main ways Sonic Racing Crossworlds aims to impress both veterans and new
Why do they have wings? Don't hoverboards just float? I mean, it just floats. I mean, that's good enough for me.
newcomers is by leaning into pure excess. It's an upcoming sequel with more characters and more tracks featured than ever before. Yes, I was equally taken aback by just how many fan favorite mechanics are coming back too. Easily the most noticeable is the return
I just don't get why these reviewers use 30 FPS footage on a racing game. Like, could they not shoot in 60? Could they not capture in 60? Because, like, when I saw Fidel's footage, it just looked so much better when it was smooth. Why would you shoot this in 30?
of transformable vehicles, which will see your kart change size and shape depending
Unless it's the Nintendo channel. Maybe they're prepping for the Switch 1 users. I don't know.
on whether you're racing across land, sea, or air. All three styles tended to crop up at least once on each track that I got to try out, working just as well here to offer a visual treat as it did way back in 2012's Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed.
The concern with Crossworlds now is longevity from starting gate, not to mention its price point. Base is 70, but Sonic's name alone isn't enough to pull in the casuals that can accept 70. Yeah, but you're missing the point. It's really the hardcore fans who are paying 70. The casuals are not paying 70 because a year from now, when there's more content in the game, it's going to be discounted, and then people are going to pay the discounted rate. So they're not going to see it as a $70 game. They're going to see it as, when is the next movie coming out? 2027? Let's say 2027, they've added tons of new content to Crossworlds. You've had 2 years of season passes, tons of characters, tons of tracks, you know, and then after movie 4 comes out and it's got Metal Sonic and maybe Silver, then they promote Crossworlds alongside it and it's discounted as well. The digital deluxe of all the season passes is discounted. The casuals are going to buy it after watching the movie. Like, the kids are going to tell their parents, like, we want Crossworlds. So it's like, that's just how it goes, you know. So it will sell because the franchise is in that position where they could sell it.
My personal favourite entry. It's not just All Stars Racing Transformed that gets a nod though, since hoverboard
As a casual, so listen to him. The only time I feel like a casual is when people start talking about the comics. Then I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Vehicles from Sonic Riders are also available to ride.
So like, what I like here, which you couldn't do in Riders, is like now Knuckles can do fight sections. So he goes into the fight section and he can fly. You couldn't do that in Riders. Only like the fight characters could do that. So now you can just pick the character you want instead of being limited by, you know, like, oh, I want to fly, so I gotta pick Tails. Like, why can't I fly with Shadow or something like that?
Riders are also available to ride right from the off. I got to try this movement style out in full force during my demo while playing as Knuckles, and I can confirm that the act of catching air this time around feels a lot smoother and more akin to how the traditional karts and cars handle, if only a touch lighter. All this is to say that Sonic Racing Crossworlds is placing a lot more emphasis on customization and personalization than ever before.
Why does this HUD? I don't know why this screen just reminds me of Free Riders for some reason. I don't know why.
It allows you to mix and match vehicle parts, powers, and abilities to create a far more flexible racing experience.
Knuckles needs the access gear to fly. I don't know what that is, but I don't mind the change because there was always an objectively best pathway depending on the characters. Yeah, I mean, I guess. You can use any character to do anything in Riders depending on your board. Yeah, but that limits... Oh, I didn't even know that. I don't know. It's been a while since I played Riders. It's been a while, okay? I might have forgotten that. I just remember, like, probably using the standard boards. So that's probably why I'm saying that.
None of it would mean anything, of course, unless the actual act of racing feels good. Unfortunately, even in just my first few races, I found Sonic Racing Crossworlds to be a much smoother ride than before. Although...
Oh, I thought he said unfortunately. He said and fortunately.
Holding down the X button on a PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, as opposed to the racing genre standard of R2, takes a little getting used to, it wasn't long before I was drifting to build up different levels of boost, or deploying all kinds of...
Wait, holding the X button to drift and not R2?
Zany items.
I think you can change that,
I
right?
got to try a couple of never-before-seen tracks, such as the Greek island-inspired Apotos, and...
Standard boards are limited, but you had to buy other board skates to unlock different shortcuts. Oh, right,
the
yeah,
neon-drenched Mystic Jungle as
I typically stay with the standard boards.
part of my demo, and both were a pure joy to race on, alongside the largest...
But honestly, I didn't play as much Riders as I would have had I had people to play it with. You know, I was playing by myself mostly, and there was no online, so it didn't get as many hours as it could have gotten, like, if it had, like, online.
Character roster ever, and the return of transforming vehicles, the big new feature of Sonic Racing Crossworlds is right there in the title, the ability to cross into different worlds mid-race as determined by the pack's leader. Because while every race does indeed start on the promised track, the second lap will always see it warp into totally new territory after whoever is in first place drives into one of two different travel rings. It's a simple but still exciting portal racing mechanic that brings a good level of unpredictable spice to traditional Grand Prix tournaments. tournaments, as you can never really plan according to which Crossworlds track the second lap of a race will take place on. It's worth mentioning that Crossworld tracks are treated entirely standalone and separately from the game's main track roster, probably to ensure that whichever one the first place racer picks when driving through the travel ring is guaranteed to deliver a totally different flavour of theme each time. From what I could tell from the tracks I raced on, at the point of selecting a Crossworld track, one was always fully revealed while the other was a mystery. Whether or not these mystery-based travel rings will be consistent remains to be seen, but it's definitely a good way to offer racers added incentive to reach first place by the end of the first.
This level here, I know we've seen this before, but was it in the demo? I'm trying to remember. Was it in the closed beta?
Lap. One thing for now is certain, however, Crossworld tracks are an effective way to give races a splash of unpredictable variety. If there's one main concern I have about Sonic Racing Crossworlds right now, it's that by focusing so much on excess and going down the route of more is more, understanding all of the game's different mechanics and how customization works feels a little muddled right now, at least in terms of what's possible within just a short 30-minute demo. I felt this immediately upon entering the game, where after watching a brief video tutorial, I was confronted by an endless selection of menus, highlighting gadgets, vehicle types, machine customization, and Lord knows what else. I'm sure
this will scare the casuals away from enabling all the gadgets, but it's not really for the casuals. That's just there for the hardcore fans. Because obviously, like, once I get the game, Trick Mastery is getting enabled, so like I don't think I'm ever gonna play this game without Trick Mastery, to be honest.
This all sinks in relatively quickly after spending a few hours racing, but it's worth knowing there's undoubtedly a lot of information to initially digest. At a time when the latest Mario Kart is getting a lot of focus for all the ways it's expanding its world, literally by connecting tracks, I was pleased to see Sonic Racing Crossworlds on course to very much do the same, but in a unique way that's arguably even more exciting. Crossworld tracks really do bring a fresh flavour to the traditional Sonic Racing formula that's come before. With the previous Team Sonic Racing's emphasis on teamwork done away with in favour of transformation and customization, it allows for all the franchise's new and old features to synchronize with one another to create one incredibly generous and flat new and old features to synchronize with one another.
Seeing a Potos mixed with Chow, mixed with Wisps, I feel like that's like the ultimate like everything is here kind of thing. Like, you got the Forces OCs, so you got like the meta era shit, you got the Wisps, then you got the Adventure era Chow, and then you got a Potos all in one level. That's just such a weird combination. Like, that's crazy. The casuals ain't really loving Mario Kart World like that. What's the reason? Is it because of the open world? Is it because there's too much tech? Like, I haven't been following the discourse. I just saw that the Metacritic for Mario Kart World has gone below Mario Kart 8.
To create one incredibly generous and flashy package. It's like driving
the intermissions. Are you talking about the Grand Prix shit where you have to like drive on the open world to get to the next track thing? I saw some sweaty ass tech in Mario Kart. Apparently the tech is crazy. I haven't been playing it like that, so I haven't really been following it. The straight lines got a lot of people heated. I mean, it's an interesting year. As I said, Mario Kart World is at 87 on Metacritic. Crossworlds, this might be the best chance they have at beating Mario at something worthwhile. I'm not talking about some random spin-off game like when Fire and Ice got more than Mario and Luigi or some shit like that. I mean, this could be a big one. You know, you're not going to outsell Mario, but if you can out-critique Mario, that's still a dub, okay?
Through a theme park. Throw in the most characters and core.
Mario Kart World's launch is more mid than 8's original launch. Yeah, that's true, because 8 at least had the benefit of such a huge graphical jump from 7 and Wii that it just was so beautiful that it was just going to stand out for that alone. Even though they did some really dumb shit, like the battle mode was gimped. You couldn't hold 2 power-ups on launch. Even with that dumb shit, it was still worth playing because of how beautiful it was. But yeah, they really fixed up that game over time.
Courses ever featured in a Sonic Racing game, and all roads are set to lead to something special when Sonic Racing Crossworlds launches this September 25th. So there you have it for our...
World does look way better than 8 graphically, but it's mostly the loadies. Yeah, like, World looks better than 8, obviously. But, like, I think the jump from, like, 7 to 8, given that 7 was on a 3DS, I think it was just a clear, bigger jump, right? Wii games looked like you know, we have Pixar at home, and 7 was a 3DS game. So the jump to 8, it was needed, right? Like the lost, yeah, it was years. Like it was needed. But like graphics in general, like have slowed down in their improvement. So it makes sense that World will look better, but not as much of a jump.
For preview thoughts of Sonic Racing Crossworlds after getting to play 30 minutes, do you plan on picking this one up? Let us know in the comment section below. Then why not subscribe to the All Out Gaming YouTube channel to stay up to date with even more videos like this.
I'll subscribe when you get 60 FPS. Next video. This is IGN Japan. Thank you, 60 FPS. Let's see what we got here. Mario Kart World launch is better than 8 launch, and you're there when Mario Kart 8 launch. The only reason this launch is better is because the Switch 2 is selling. Okay, no one had a fucking Wii U. Okay, are we gonna sit through customization shit? Like, can we get to the races, please? I'm not reading all this text. Is that Metal Sonic? Oh, that's the rival thing. Super Sonic, okay. Cream as a rival is wild. Like, don't make me Cream as a rival. Your rival, literal child. Literally. Like a 6-year-old rabbit. Yeah. I might need a writer's music mod for some of these menus because, my god, some of these songs, phew, like, we're gonna need some voice mods and some music mods. Like, seriously. Like, Sega, we're not cheating on the online, please. We're just making it more bearable on our ears.
This is it, Mr. Sonic. Our big moment. I'll do my best to keep up with you.
You do your best to keep up with me.
Keep up. Go for the win. Just do your best and have fun out there.
Oh god, you're supposed to be rivals. What the fuck is this? Stop with the coochie coochie bullshit. Do your best and win. Man. Tell Cream she's gonna be in 12th place. Fucking with me. Don't make it weird so like, oh my gosh.
You're too slow.
Oh, Rush just said that you're too slow. Wow. Yes, we gonna break her spirit. What the fuck? Cream wasn't feeling apologetic when she was facing off against Sonic and Heroes. When Team Rose was going against Team Sonic. Right? Amy tried to beat Sonic into marriage. Tried to whoop Sonic into a contract. And Cream was on Amy's side. You get no sympathy.
Let's go this way.
He's got the steer assist on. I think they enabled that shit by default, honestly. Alright, cool edge. I'm not gonna lie. The crosswalk mechanic, some people said it was gonna get old. And I kind of understood that point, even though I didn't fully agree. But now I'm seeing more of the crossworlds. I don't think it's gonna get old. Because they got enough options that it just feels like it wouldn't get old. Like, to be playing like a bass track like this and then go into Cool Edge, you know? The only thing that's gonna get old is the music. I still can't stand that fucking thing. A magnet is supposed to attract rings. Why the fuck would a magnet be a negative? I don't... Whose idea was... That's the most unintuitive thing ever. I don't know who came up with that. I know we'll have a power-up called a magnet, and instead of it attracting rings, it will be like a banana thing that you drop that when you hit it, it's just like... Whose idea was that? I don't understand that. It throws me off every single time I see it. I can't wait till we get more of the supersonic speed gameplay, because like the casual speed, the speed isn't speeding. Good, nice jamming, bye bye. You gonna use those power-ups, Sonic? It's not like you're first. You gonna drift, maybe? Oh, he's got a confusion thing on or something.
Did you feel that, Knuckles? Think you're funny, Sonic?
Think you're funny.
Not bad, I guess.
Alright. I don't see if there's anything new to look at.
Let's go this way.
What crossword is this? No, we've seen that. We've seen this. Seen that. Let me see the... I think this is the last track. When you go through all the areas, let's see that. Sound check people weren't cooking. It seems that way.
Don't give up.
Is Knights and Ulala confirmed? They said new characters every month. So Sega characters are getting in, so I'm assuming at some point Knights is gonna get in. Oh. Good, nice jamming. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. Roger's doing a decent job here. It's one of his stronger performances. If we're to rank his game performances, this is one of his stronger ones. This person sucks at playing this. You know how it goes. Gotta give it to the casuals first. Make us hardcore fans wait. What do we know, right? We're only hardcore fans. We might critique it. You know, can't have that. It's an interesting way to pad out the Grand Prix to make you do one lap of each of the previous tracks. I still think if you're gonna pad out the Grand Prix, then do like a mirror or reverse or something like that. That's probably a better way to pad it out. I mean, you can still do the one lap thing, but I think a mirror, just to switch things up a bit more. But yeah, the way the music is right now, if the game is fun enough that I want to play it online for like over an hour at a time, like I'm having fun, I'll probably turn off the music and just go on Spotify. Maybe I'll keep the sound effects. I'll go to my playlist on Spotify, put on some, you know, some Park, maybe some Aubrey, you know. I don't think I want to listen to these songs on repeat. And I'm not usually the type to put on my own music when I'm playing the game. I just listen to the game music because I spend so much time listening to my own music outside of gaming. So when I'm in the game, I just like to listen to the game music. But a lot of songs here where I'm just like, I might just have to like get my Spotify playlist out. I want to hear the Rocky Roads, but that's about it. The level design is good for Crossworlds. Yeah, the track design is good. Team Sonic Racing had too much wide open space and not enough drifting. Someone's gonna mod Jason's Air Tricks voice. I need that. I need the yeah, okay, cools. I need that shit. I need that shit. I mean, if they could get the sound quality up, that'll be even better, but... Alright, that one's done.
Did it! Thank you for the fun race!
What? Did Cream win? Oh my, you lost to Cream? Filthy casual. Sonic, don't show your pathetic face around here again. Like, you need to be wearing a mask like Infinite. Sonic lost on purpose out of respect. Respect to Cream? God, Shadow sound hard as fuck in Japanese. What the fuck was that? God, he sound like he's not to be played with. They're fucking you up now. Look at his ass. Whew. So is it one rival per character, or you could? No, it's not one. No, it's not, because Sonic and Shadow were rivals, and then Sonic and Cream were rivals. Yeah, it's not one. Yada yada. Japanese Shadow kind of hitting though, like shit, like he hit. Never thought I'd hear you say yada. What does that? What does that mean? Did I say some weird shit? It means good grief. I mean, I guess that's fitting for Sonic. I just played Forces. Yada yada. Am I using it right? If I was an anime nerd, I probably would have learned Japanese though. Real talk. I'm that kind of nerd. Like, I delve deep. What's the difference between the pink boost and the blue and yellow boost? I'm guessing one is like more of a boost than the other, but I haven't actually confirmed that. Prem has the clout to assemble a game development team and doesn't. You don't need clout to assemble a game development team. You need money. You need moolah. Okay? I don't have that. There's one thing that sucks about this game, and it's the music. Oh, yeah. I was just saying before, like, I was going to have my Spotify playlist on. I was going to be playing Aubrey. Okay? Because, like, I can't be doing this. Check the Crossworlds JP account for new info. What's their username again? Drake's Nokia while playing. I don't know if I play Nokia. I'll probably play some. I'll probably be playing some So Far Gone while bumping it. Some Uptown. Yeah. Crossworlds JPN. Yeah, let's see. Seesaw Ocean $5. Thank you so much for the support. I disagree. This music helps me sleep well. I don't even think I would sleep well to this because it's so like in your face. Like I don't know if I would sleep well to it. Let me check the Crossworlds JPN. New info. 11 minutes ago. Isn't this the same thing from before, the rival thing? Oh, no, this is Zaz. Oh, we need the English version. Even Japanese Zaz here. That doesn't sound like how Jet should sound. That don't sound like how Jet... Zaz still sound like Zaz, but Jet don't sound like Jet. Premise to use his first name to the half of the shit. That's not why I did it. I'm on a first name basis, okay? That's just how it is. Like... Yeah, the Zaz voice actor in Japan, he going in. Like, listen to this dude, he going crazy. I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but he's saying that shit. He's saying it. Is there an English Crossworlds page? Because I want to hear that in English. I don't know if we got one. Is this more Crossworlds stuff here? It looks like it. I don't think there is. Is there? I think there's an English page. This is the Japanese, a different Japanese page. Someone said translate the post. I'm sure that's very helpful. Thank you. Alright, I don't think there's anything new in this video, so we're gonna leave that. Move to the next video. This one's Good Vibes Gaming. They said we played Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's improved a ton. Alright. Are they gonna talk? I'm not gonna lie, Apotos looks better here than it did before. Not before as in Unleashed, but like when we first saw it, it looked really dried out. Here it looks maybe not as vibrant as Unleashed, but it looks better than what we saw before.
When I first played Sonic Racing Crossworlds earlier this year, in February's closed network test, I walked away from it feeling cautiously optimistic. While it certainly didn't seem like it was on track to match the extreme highs of 2012 Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, one of my very favorite kart racers of all time, it still felt more inspired to me than the middling Team Sonic Racing ever did, and I had a good time during the test.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is the highest quality video footage I've seen so far. Oh, it's not even in 4K yet. Hold on.
Great one.
This is the highest quality footage I've seen of the game so far, aside from playing it.
Good enough.
And yeah, it's looking, graphically it's looking good.
While I largely praise the general feel of the racing and the track designs alongside the visuals, performance,
yeah,
and soundtrack,
the 4K, I'm seeing it in a different light now.
Too often broken up by the absolutely chaotic nature of the items, with each racer being able to hold up to 3 items, but those items not being...
So wait, has it been confirmed, right? I just want to clarify this. Has it been confirmed that every single character that's playable can be on a hoverboard? like, is that confirmed? There's no, like, only these people can do it, like some super shit. Like, everyone can do it, right? Okay, that's great. Okay, that's great. That's all I needed to hear.
Nearly as well balanced as those in your average Mario.
This reminds me of that one level in Mario Kart DS. Remember that one course with the you know the enemies I'm talking about? I always fucking hate that course. I just saw this image here and I just thought about that course in DS.
Or indeed, the previously mentioned All-Stars Racing Transformed,
Desert Hills, yeah.
Network test often felt like they devolved into a mad scramble to the finish line amid endlessly.
Mario Kart DS, the day that game gets decompiled and it's on PC at like 4K high refresh rate, that's gonna be a national holiday because oh my god, I need that. I mean, we're now about to get 64, but still, when we get DS, whew, that's my shit. Okay.
Chaotic, explosive item spam, but that was then, and this is now. I've just played an updated build of
and they mod that shit to put in 250cc.
This year's Summer Game Fest play days, and I'm here to report on how things have changed since then, if at all. First off, to get one of the big questions out of the way, the build I played at SGF was on PS5.
You can play Desert Hills and Mario Kart World if you actually played the game. I'm talking about the DS version, okay? Like, let me have my nostalgic moment, okay?
Since the closed network test. I know we're all curious about how the Nintendo Switch 2 version...
Yeah, the graphics are looking good here. Like, I know the stream is probably still 1080p, low bit rate, but, like, seeing it in 4K, like, yeah. They're onto something.
And believe me, I asked about that, but that wasn't an option at the show. At SGF was on PS5, same as the closed network test. I know we're all curious about how the Nintendo Switch 2 version...
Yo, Quante McCrae donated $5. You got like an artist name. Like when I hear a name like that, I expect to see you like have an album or something like Quante McCrae. Like either a race car driver or an artist. But either way, even if the Extreme Gear is a reskin of cars, I hope that they at least polish the stiff animations and tricks. Right now, it's boring to look at. I don't know. I mean, I've been seeing some of the later footage, and the animations seem to have changed, or because I don't remember them looking good. But then I'm looking at the newer footage, and I'm like, the animations are starting to hit more now than they did before.
Plays, and believe me, I asked about that, but that wasn't an option at the show. So, PS5 it is. The SGF demo offered quite a bit more content than the closed network test.
Dragon Road is hitting. Look at that.
Of 3 tracks each, with a final 4th race in each Grand Prix combining its first 3 tracks into one mega track for one last race to the finish. One thing that really took me aback when I first saw it was the sheer size of the character select screen. Even though this build only included a dozen characters to race as, all of them from the Sonic universe, it really hit me just how huge this game's roster is shaping up to be, with a total of 56 slots so far.
This footage is good looking footage. The
The
Coconut Mall level, this looks good.
Miku, then Minecraft Steve,
yeah.
And that's proven to be
on PC. This is gonna hit. Okay, on an OLED, if my Steam Deck OLED runs this like at full 90 Hz, it's gonna look gorgeous on the Steam Deck OLED. And because it's PC, I can play it on my PC when I'm at the desktop. And then when I want to go to like the living room, I can put on my Steam Deck OLED and just go online for a quick couple matches while I watch some YouTube or whatever. Like, this is gonna get good amount of hours if it's supported and the online is good. I think it was Fidel who said that. Don't quote me, but the Extreme Gear have higher boost stats to emphasis the use of drifting. I mean, how do you do that without making the game imbalanced though? If the Extreme Gear has certain advantages that the cars don't have, couldn't it become a case of like you need to use the Extreme Gear to be like top tier? You should check out Fidel's videos too. He interviews Azuka. Yeah, I'll take a look. I think I saw one video. It's just saying there's multiple though, but we'll see. Yo, what's up, Beats? May get it on Switch 2 if there's a proper edition and not just a Switch 1 version. Ugh.
It's not a controversial approach so far.
I think they said they were doing a Switch 2 version, right? But not on launch.
Keep things moving. As I mentioned earlier,
what the fuck was that? Did it say Creamy Heaven?
Place for me to have that debate.
Dog Stand, Fruits Village. Yeah, I swear. Yeah, it said Creamy. I was like, what the fuck was that? Because it's a Sonic game, and I saw Creamy Heaven. I was like, what the fuck do you mean by that?
Keep things moving. As I mentioned earlier.
Explore Kronos. Oh, they got Kronos Island poster.
The 3 Grand Prix available offered up 3 tracks each for a total of 9 playable in this build. E-Stadium, Rainbow Garden, Water Palace, Metal Harbor.
Yeah, this looks
Sand
good
Road,
in 4K. Oh my
Mall,
god.
Mystic
It looks
Jungle,
so much better in 4K.
and Wonder Museum. Of those, 4 were not included in the previous
Is
closed
it Apotos or Apotos? I'd be saying Apoto. I don't care.
network test and are thus new to this build. Sand
Let me see the links. Oh yeah, I think I opened one of these, but not the other. Let me see. Yeah, I opened that.
I think.
So let's open the other one.
Hey, everybody.
I'll take a look at that.
Road, Colorful Mall, Mystic Jungle, and Sonic Unleashed's Apotos. As for the mid-track Crossworlds, the only new one I experienced in this build was the Icy Holoska, also from Sonic Unleashed. Now, there may have been more Crossworlds that weren't in the closed network test, but if there were,
Holoska?
I didn't come across them during my hour with the game. So, how are we feeling about all this new stuff? Well, pretty...
If this thing is not capped at 60 and it looks this beautiful and I can play it at 90 on the Steam Deck OLED, whew, it's gonna be gorgeous. Oh, I might have to shed tears for how gorgeous it's gonna look. Whew. Prem's RAM carrying all those tabs on his back. I got like 300 tabs open on my other account. Like, I got 64 gig. In fact, I might have to do a RAM upgrade later on this year because I'm trying to move up to like the 100s. Like, I be doing too much shit, so I need more RAM.
It's nothing good by and large. The track designs, both for the main tracks and the Crossworld interludes, continue to be a high point.
No, Yibby.
Colorful Mall
That's
and
twit.
Holoska in particular stood out to me. The former for its multi-tiered design reminiscent of Mario Kart's Coconut Mall.
This level, like, I wasn't that gassed when I first saw it, but seeing it in 4K, like, the detail on here is crazy. Like, this is looking like a worthy Coconut Mall Sonic version.
With various alternate routes and sneaky shortcuts to take advantage of.
Let me see, look at the posters.
Coconut Mall, with various alternate routes.
Also, because we were playing Coconut Mall and Mario Kart 8 with the inferior tour graphics, I mean, the comparison is just night and day. You got the Chow there, you got Dark Chow, like, you got a sale on what was that? Something in the corner. There's so many posters here.
To take advantage of. Holoska, on the other hand,
That a Yaka statue, really?
Shortcuts to take advantage of.
A Yaka statue? Ugh, God, that store's not getting my money.
Holoska, on the other hand, isn't as complex design-wise, but stands out for its gorgeous visuals, with auroral, star-filled whales leaping out of icy waters amidst the snow-swept landscape. It was quite the spectacle to behold. As for the moment-to-moment gameplay, well, that's where I'm still a little concerned. On one hand, while I can't say for sure, it does feel to me as though the items have thankfully been toned down a little bit compared to the closed network test.
Okay.
There were still several moments where it felt like I was getting bombarded from every direction. But hey, that can happen in Mario Kart too, and
We know that.
those moments were at least a bit fewer and further between, which is a good thing. I think they could still stand to go further in toning down the item game, however, and other elements I did.
Did they confirm that there's a versus mode where you can like turn things on and off? I mean, they said that there was a way where you could turn off the crosswalk feature. So there must be like a versus mode if you want to like turn off items and just do straight driving. Like, I'm assuming they have a mode like that.
Didn't love from the closed network test remain, such as it being impossible to fail air tricks
Rule
and the fact that
settings.
you lose rings every time you even slightly bump into a wall. Not that it's particularly hard to stay topped out on rings, given
Yeah, like this, the visuals are great. This video, because a lot of the videos, all these other you're a game reviewer and you be posting these low bitrate 30 FPS footage, like, it's so fucking annoying. These people have actually posted some footage that I look at it and it makes the game look good. Like, seriously, all these other outlets, like, step your shit up, okay? I know I'm streaming in 1080p, but, like, seriously, 4K.
their abundance on the tracks, but still, it just feels like a bit much. But here's the kicker, and this is something I didn't really feel for some reason during the closed beta. When there's not as much going on, the actual racing just feels a bit, well, slow. Now don't get me wrong, the core
Are you playing on supersonic speed and saying that, or are you playing on sonic
driving
speed?
mechanics such as drifting and boosting still feel great to me, and it remains rewarding to chain various types of boosts together. But in those moments when I was coasting at top speed along straightaways, even with my rings maxed out and in a vehicle whose stats were focused
Let me see
top
something.
speed along straightaways, even with my rings maxed out
Okay.
and in a vehicle whose stats were focused on speed, it dawned on me that the racing in this game doesn't feel particularly fast, which seems tantamount to a sin for a racing game headlined by the fastest
Please tell me he's not playing supersonic speed.
thing alive. Now, it should be noted that Sega recently announced that Sonic Racing Crossworlds will include 4 speed levels.
Okay.
Normal speed, high speed, sonic speed, and supersonic speed. The first 3 of these were available to select.
Okay, he hasn't played the Supersonic. False alarm, nothing to worry about.
And all my time was naturally spent playing at sonic speed. So on one hand, while hope remains that supersonic speed will really feel fast and give me that adrenaline rush I look for in arcadey racing games like this, I can't imagine how slow the first 2 speed levels must feel, and I kinda don't want to.
No one wants to. I don't even know why 50cc even exists in Mario Kart. Like, which casual... Like, I don't even remember liking 50cc when I was a kid. When I was playing Mario Kart. I think the only reason I played 50cc back then and 100cc is because back then they forced you to do all the CCs to unlock Mirror. You couldn't just play 150 and get Mirror. Like Mario Kart 64, which was the one I grew up on, that was the most recent one when I was a kid. You had to beat 50, then you unlock 100, then you unlock 150, and then you get Mirror. You can't just do one, right? Aside from that, I would have never touched 50cc in my life, okay? I would have gone straight to the highest number, okay?
At present, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a game that feels a bit at odds with...
I'm a casual when I play Mario Kart World at 150 because there's no 200. I don't know what Nintendo was smoking when they decided not to launch a 200cc. I mean, we know they're going to add it at some point, but like, why did they not do that? There wasn't enough time to test it? Like, seriously, you had a decade.
...with itself. The racing fundamentals... Imagine how slow the first 2 speed levels must feel, and I kinda don't want to. So at present, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a game that feels a bit at odds with itself. The racing fundamentals are solid, and the presentation is stellar, with a banging soundtrack, colorful visuals that really pop, and a rock-solid 60 FPS performance throughout, at least for the gameplay itself. Some background elements on the tracks, such as characters cheering on the sidelines, still render at a lower frame rate. But the slower racing speed...
Oh, this track looks beautiful with this footage here. All the things that looked good before look way better now. Like, it's something about like low quality footage, especially on a big... I have a 32-inch monitor, so low quality footage looks really bad when it's blown up like that at this distance of viewing. But like, yeah, this looks so much better now. I just hope that supersonic speed isn't barely a speed boost compared to regular sonic speed. They have footage already of it beats. They posted footage comparing sonic speed to supersonic. You can actually see exactly what speed it drives at.
And lower skill ceiling compared to something like Sonic Transformed, in terms of things like air tricks being impossible to fail, seem like they oppose other elements like the brand new gadgets, which let you strategically fine-tune your vehicle with characteristics like an improved slipstream range.
Seeing Wave at this level of graphics is crazy because the last time we saw Wave was in the Riders games, right? Like, so it's crazy to see like HD models like that.
Or getting a boost when you collide with someone else. In a similar vein, I noticed when I was playing Grand Prix that you're assigned a rival character for each one, and that rival character will trade personal barbs or talk smack with the character you're playing as. Now, as a true Blue Sonic fan, I delighted in seeing unique interactions between characters like Tails and Wave, Sonic and Zaz, Storm and Knuckles, and Omega.
It looks like she failed the trick. The animation there looks like she was pissed for failing a trick.
Characters like Tails and Wave, Sonic and Zaz, Storm
and
Knuckles,
she didn't look happy
and
there.
Omega and Eggman. But that also seems to fly in the face of seemingly more than half the roster being...
Actually, Wave has an HD model already from Mario and Sonic Rio 2016. I almost did a playthrough of that game, but my capture card failed after like I started recording. And I didn't realize until after I'd recorded like an hour. So that playthrough never came out. I did the 3DS version. I did a playthrough of that though. That's still up. But the main version, yeah, I got so pissed I never did the playthrough.
Geared toward guest characters, whom Sega have already confirmed won't have any interactions with the Sonic cast at all. Okay, we're almost done here, but before I wrap up, I should note that I poked around in a menu labeled Extras and found 3 options that were unavailable in the demo: Challenges, Titles, and Friendship.
I know this game will be fun, but the amount of polished Mario Kart Wii has in the cost is so obvious compared to the original looking cars and getting Crossworlds. I mean, Mario Kart is always going to be like the standard. I think for me, I've just been annoyed at how little great kart races have come to PC. Like, aside from emulation and shit like that. Like, kart races seem to just swerve the PC. Crash Team Racing swerved the PC, and that was like the best kart race of the last decade. Mario Kart never comes to PC. You know, Transformed was 2012, and I was never a Transformed Glazer, let's be real. Like, kart racers don't be coming to PC like that. This may just be the best kart racer on PC, and for me, that's a decent W to have. You know, until Mario Kart DS gets decomped, then make way for the GOAT. But you know,
of course, I can't say for sure what these all are yet, but they seem like they're probably pretty self-explanatory. Challenges probably presents you with specific, well, challenges to overcome in each track with certain objectives to aim for or time limits to beat. Titles, like in other racing games as well as various fighting games, probably lets you set one of various unlocked titles to display on your in-game profile.
what do I think I would rate the game? Wait, 8 tier? From what I'm seeing, I think it's a solid A. I think that's the same thing I gave Mario Kart 8 when it launched. Like, it was around an A tier. Like, it had room for improvement on launch. But if it improves over time, it could move its way into S. If it gets enough content to where just so much variety, the online stays active, the content is contenting. Of course, the soundtrack holds it back still, but it could go to S if it adds enough shit. You know, Mario Kart never had the voice acting and soundtrack issues that I'm having here. So there's benefits there. Like, when you play Riders, just hearing 4Kids alone is like half the fun, right? Like, it really is. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. And the music. Like, the music in 4Kids is like half the fun. You know, the mechanics and all that is the other half. So even simple things like that, like if you modded this game to have a voice cast that I really loved and a soundtrack that wasn't mid, that probably alone could bump it up to A+. Then adding more content will take it to S. Like, these things affect the feel of the game. And obviously it's subjective and everyone has their favorite VAs. I'm just saying, it matters.
For the purposes of online play. And friendships, similarly, may be a menu that houses the friends you add so you can more easily invite them when playing online. Now, all this is just reasoned speculation on my part, of course, but I felt I should at least point out the existence of this extras menu and what's in it. For now, I left my Summer Game Fest appointment feeling like Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a little...
VA affecting 50%. I didn't say 50, I said and music. I said music and VA. That's sound. When you're playing a racing game, sound is super important. I mean, if it wasn't important, then, like, they wouldn't even bother, right? They just put in bad music and just the wrong voices and be like, just accept it. Like, when you're doing the tricks, it's saying the same clips over and over and over again. So you want to like those clips. You know, it's the reason why those Unleashed Jason clips can get recycled in every Boost game as mods and they don't get old. It's because they were built to last, okay? There's no expiry date on those Jason clips. But, again, it's subjective. But people don't realize how important it is until they don't like a voice and then they realize how important it is. It's one of those things where it's like when a game just works and is polished, you kind of expect that. It's only until you play something that's not polished that you realize how important polish is, you know? Or when you play something that has really long loads, that you remember how important fast loads is.
Unfocused at present in terms of who it's trying to appeal to most.
Has Prem heard EDM Baby Park? Oh, don't tell me the EDM Baby Park.
Still, I don't want
That's
to come
ridiculous.
off as feeling too down on the game. Despite the criticisms I've noted in this preview, I walked away from my hour-long demo feeling pretty good. While I highly doubt it'll come even close to dethroning the almighty Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed,
When he said all that old dethroning, oh my, I thought he was going to say Mario Kart. I'm not going to lie.
I'm still looking forward to spending more time with this game.
What was it? Is that Baby Park? Let me see this shit. I'm about to get a claim from Nintendo. Let me see.
In a general sense.
Why can't I click this fucking link? God. Oh my god, what? Oh, we're back to 2012. It's 2012 again. Oh, Atani, what? Atani, this is your... I'm blaming you. I don't care who made it. I'm blaming you, Atani. This is your fault. It's your fault. This is... Like, I only played one Grand Prix of Mario Kart World because I haven't picked up the Switch 2 since then. I've been busy. But I wasn't, like, in love with the soundtrack based on what I heard. Like, I just wasn't. I think 8 was stronger. But I'll go through all the cops before I conclude anything. But I wasn't in love, okay? It was fine, but I wasn't in love, okay? Like, I'm not comparing it to Crossworlds, EB. I'm talking about compared to 8. I think 8's soundtrack had way more bops. Even on launch, it had bops, right? But it had way more bops after the DLC. The DLC added another level of boppage, okay? But like, even the main theme for 8 was just, it was hitting. Mario Kart Stadium's theme hit. Like, there were so many hits in Mario Kart 8's OST. But obviously, once they added the DLC and there was SNES Rainbow Road, 64 Rainbow Road was in the base game, right? But yeah, there were bops in 8.
And there's yet some time.
But when I play the full world, I'll know for sure. But so far, I'm not putting over 8 in terms of soundtrack.
Sonic team to tweak and fine-tune things between now and Sonic Racing Crossworlds' September 25th release. Hey, as always, thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoy what we do here at GVG, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to our channel, as every little bit really does help. And if you want
The Yakuza characters, did they have an English dub for that? Is it just Japanese?
even more GVG content, make sure to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/gvgaming, where we offer perks like early access to new content and live audience participation as we record videos behind the scenes while you watch. Regardless, we genuinely appreciate your support in whatever form it takes, and we'll see you next time.
This is the Yakuza character, right? I might have to consider using him, actually. He might go hard. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Another man's house, so this intro won't be sus. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Game Sketch today. And only today, we are here at another setup. This is Casa del Roger. I'm here because I came to LA to play, like cartoony or not, but in terms of visuals, so stylish, right? Which obviously is like a recurring theme with this game that is a...
Oh my god. I was just hearing the Sonic All music in the background. Do you know what's funny? I feel like Sega made a deal with some kind of devil where they traded in near perfect OSTs for actual gameplay that's not mid. I feel like some transition was made at some point where we've made a switch, and it's like now the games are better, but the soundtracks aren't as good as they used to be. Somewhere along the lines, I think a switch has been made. A deal was made somewhere in some back alley, and we're dealing with the effects of it now.
Game, and that starts to shine a lot when you get into the full game. But yeah, the opening is really cool. I'm glad they continue to invest in, you know, openings for the CG for the racing games, but put it in the main games. You know, go back to putting them in the main games too. Start the next Sonic game with a nice CG opening. You know, that stuff matters. But yeah, in this demo build, we got access to the Grand Prix. Right, you could, you know, customize your carts, all that stuff. You got access to the Grand Prix, 3 of them specifically.
I wonder if that's an OLED TV, because it looks vibrant as fuck.
Which a lot of us have been waiting for, and a lot of people are asking for. And again, I'm going to try to give my thoughts on everything. First and foremost, I know people are excited to hear about Extreme Gear, right? And I'm happy to say it's fun. So the way Extreme Gear works in the game, I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. The animations look better now. Like, I feel like they improved them at some point, because I'm looking at them now and it doesn't trigger the same reaction it was triggering before.
It's fun. So the way Extreme
it looks better now.
I don't know how to describe it. It's not like, again, you have to keep in mind like this game is within the parameters of a kart racer. And so the Extreme Gear, out of all the stats, you know, you have like speed, acceleration, weight, and all that stuff. There's a 5th one that's boost, right? And so when you like go on a hoverboard, like, you know, the Extreme Gear, boost will be like the biggest stat you'll have for that. And so you want to, when you use the Extreme Gear, like heavy emphasis.
They used to look stiffer. They look more fluid and less than. If someone can prove it, if they got like footage of like maybe like the footage before versus now, because I feel like they must have improved the animations, because I remember thinking it wasn't that smooth before.
You want to get your 3 GIFs so you can boost, slipstream off someone, go on the boost pads. Like, it is entirely boost based, right? If anything, you're probably going to find that it's a little slow if you don't use the boost pads. Obviously, you know, you have the gadget system that's still in the game, where you can help speed yourself up, and that's going to change how you play the game. It can make you go even crazy fast. But yeah, baseline, that the speed of it is normal. It controls kind of like a little bit like a bike in Mario Kart, where the curves are a little heavier, but not like crazy tight like some of the Mario Kart ones could be. But yeah, it basically works mainly like a bike, and again, it's heavy emphasis on boost, and they feel good, and most importantly, it looks cool. I mean, that's really what we all think matters the most with Extreme Gears. It just looks cool. Like the entire demo, all the footage you're gonna see, I'm just using Extreme Gear the whole time because one, I wanted to showcase, two, it's cool. Now, granted, the cars are kind of cool in this game too, but I've wanted Extreme Gear for so long, and I have it. That's that. I just at least wanted to settle the score about Extreme Gear. It feels good. Again, it is not how it was in OG Sonic Riders. That's like a completely different gameplay style, and I think, you know, I'm sure they're gonna look at the stats of this game, and if more and more people are using Extreme Gear over the regular cars, then one day we might see that shift. But for now,
I don't even think that's gonna happen. I think most people are gonna be using cars. I think most Sonic fans are gonna use Extreme Gear. I think the casuals that are gonna buy the game in huge numbers that maybe have played Mario Kart are probably gonna go straight to the cars because that's what they recognize.
super fun vehicle option. Was very happy about it. Let's start about the meat of it. So here we got access to 3 Grand Prix. I got to play the first one, which is like the Don Don Grand Prix, the second one, which is like the Wisp Grand Prix, and the third one, which was, what was it? It was the Ghost Boom Boo Ghost Grand Prix. And basically I got to play, I think there's 2 or 3 new tracks in them, but Grand Prix is so funnily fun designs styled in this game. So the way it works is it's not 4 races, it's 3 races, but the 4th race,
whoa, hold on.
3 races.
Did they confirm Mirror before? I feel like, did they announce Mirror before? Because I didn't. Did they already say that? I didn't even know Mirror was in the game. Unless I forgot that it was in the game. I feel like this is new information. Once the meta starts falling, if Extreme Gear is the meta, people will switch, don't worry. I guess if it is the meta, but if people are saying they didn't know, yeah, I saw Mirror, I was like, what? They confirmed, I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, I think Mirror is slower though, because I think they're doing it like Mario Kart where Mirror is still 150. I think based off the arrows, see these little the triangles, the normal speed is 1 triangle, high speed is 2, Sonic is 3, Super Sonic is 4, Mirror is 3. So I think it's still gonna be slower. So Mirror will be like do it once just to do it and then go back to Super Sonic speed.
But the 4th race is basically each lap is you go through the 3 races you just did. So, you know, in general, you already have the cast of every match. You have the middle track that goes to the crossover universe, but now you have that added thing, which I love, where the last race of the cup is a big rally of, you know, where you were in the first course, where you were in the second, and where you were in the third. And I think that's a really smart idea, you know, really bringing home the whole Crossworlds aspect. Obviously, you know, you even get more points if you get first place there. So in terms of how the cup is designed, it's already really differently structured. And also, straight up when you start the cup, like I started with the 3rd cup, and like as soon as I started the Grand Prix, you just got a pop-up that says beat all the cups to get Supersonic. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So
Makes
that's
sense.
gonna be an unlock.
So basically we grind all through 150 and then we unlock 200. So the first stream that we do with the game is literally just unlocking Supersonic. That's basically what we're doing. That's when the real game begins. Okay, 150 is just a warm-up. Okay,
that's confirmed in the game, so you're welcome for that information and knowledge. But yeah, I got to play them. I don't remember exactly the order of them, but the tracks that were available throughout were
all this footage I'm seeing is just making me like annoyed that I don't have an OLED monitor. I need an OLED monitor, man. Like, I'm seriously tired of IPS. Oh, the vibrant colors, man. I need to get a new monitor, seriously.
The main one from the Water Palace one that we played in the beta. There was the what's it called, the main.
I need an OLED, man. Seriously.
But newly added was Casino Force. They had Casino Force from Sonic Forces. Funny enough, and
how much should they cost? If you want a good one, a lot.
That level is great visually in Sonic Forces. You know, that game aside, so it made for a really fun course. It's kind of faithful to it too. Like, you like have a moment where you're like, you know, jetting through the water, then you're jetting through some different paths. So that part.
It's like even Forces has become useful now because all the racetracks, the game is just full of racetracks. You can just borrow them, literally. Like, good recycling of old content, like literally.
The level was really fun. You even have a new crossworld. They added there was 2 new crossworlds that I got access to.
All their monsters have burning problem. They got solutions for that now.
there was Dragon Road, which Dragon Road is awesome as a crossroad. It's literally the level from Unleashed. You are literally like on the Dragon Road. You go on the water section from that level. The giant bird boss that you fight.
Please tell me they put Eggman Land in this game. Eggman Land needs to be Sonic's Bowser's Castle. We need Eggman Land. Like, this has to happen, okay? Whoever's got contacts with Sega, please, Eggman Land. Like, we need it.
At nighttime.
And it's got to be like one of those Mario Kart tracks where it's not like multiple laps, it's like sections. So it's one big long course.
Flying throughout the level, so that's like such a cool
Final Egg.
that I loved so much.
Final Egg is heat
Other
as well, though.
Extra Crossworld area was Alaska, so
You got 3 months until release. It's too late. It's not too late though, because they actually said they were going to support this game after release. There's still time. Okay, if we get it next year, we still get it. But we need Eggman Land. I mean, you got Holoska in here, you got Apotos. You know what the people want. We want Eggman Land. Make it just as long as the original 2, 15 minutes.
2 unleashed representations, actually 3 technically, because a main stage that it was showed in this demo that I got to play was Apotos, which we've seen a lot.
See, Apotos, not Apotos. Who says Apotos? It's Apotos.
But fully playing it was so nice. It has like a chill beat version of the song that plays when you're going
Altitude Limit.
Really cool.
Altitude Limit would be fire. If it was an extreme gear only game, I think Altitude Limit would hit. I think because I don't think the cars ride on the rails the same way. I don't know.
Even when you play that version of the stage, you can like dash through.
Maybe not Final Egg because they'll destroy the song with EDM. Yeah, they probably would do that.
The chairs and everything, just like you can in Unleashed. But the level is like such. It's fun. It's like a mini.
Do you know what we need? We need Crazy Gadget. That's what the fuck we need. We need Crazy Gadget. They're not gonna do that shit though, but we need that shit.
Miniature version of that stage. There's a lot of flying sections through it, and again, I forgot just, especially now coming off of Mario Kart World, how much like smaller the Sonic Racing Crossworlds levels are, right? Like each track in Crossworlds takes about like 3 minutes, which I think is perfect. And I've said this before, and the point still stands. Racing Crossworlds is awesome, and it feels more arcadey, right? With Mario Kart World, it feels like the game is much more expanded in terms of like how big maps are now, in terms of how many secret paths you can take. With Racing Crossworlds, maybe there's like one.
Saying Racing Crossworlds in full, that seems like a bit of extra work. Like Mario Kart World, you could just say World, but like Racing Crossworlds, like, I mean, you can't call it CW because that just sounds like the Vampire Diaries channel. RCW, Sonic RCW. I don't know.
Other path you can take, but everything is super like small, tight corners, you know, arcadey feel, you know, like it's mainly about getting your boost right. Obviously you have your items to depend on, and speaking of items,
what is this link? I'm not trying to get Nintendo claims. Menu, Mario Kart 8's Day, Mario Kart World OST. Isn't this just a Mario Kart 8 theme but worse? That's what it sounds like. I mean, it's not bad, but it doesn't sound better than the one in 8.
I think they definitely took the feedback, because while I was fighting CPUs, so it's not exactly the same thing as when you're going to fight real people, I did feel like the items were less punishing. I felt like when an item hit me, the amount of time I was like stunned, quote unquote, was lesser. I felt like that buzzsaw item that, you know, ruined things in the beta was like there very, like much more rarely. And so I felt like a lot more of the more punishing items were less frequent, and I felt like the items that do hurt you did not hurt you for as long. So that's another good thing. So it feels like they're taking feedback. You know, obviously an item is still an item. You're still gonna get screwed. That's just how kart racers work. But it did feel at the very least like item balancing is a little bit better and a little bit more back. Dragon Road's Crossworld is awesome. Alaska one is so gorgeous. You have like the Aurora Boreal in the sky. It takes place at night. You have the giant whale that you ride on from the original game, but like he's just floating in the air now. There's a section where you can choose between going in the water
that rider's
or
music.
upward. So beautiful. But something I genuinely wanted to highlight, and this is going to be the standout feature of this game, is the rival system. So, you know,
Mario Kart Worlds OST gets massive respect because they actually tried switching up many of the remixes, giving them a new life. Well, you could say that about all the Sonic games that EDMified all the music we loved in the past. But at least they tried to change it. Well, sometimes not all change is good change. You know? Sometimes you... The thing is, if I've said this a million times before, if a song is already great, the odds are your remix will not be better because the song's already amazing, right? If the thing you're remixing was just alright, then you got more chance to make a better version. But, like, if you remix something that's amazing, your odds of making something better are weak. So that Mario Kart 8 theme that was remixed in World wasn't bad. It wasn't bad in the original, though. So, like, to me, I was just like, yeah, it's an inferior version.
like in every kart racer, when you do a Grand Prix, there's always the one CPU that's like on you the entire game, like just constantly like is the one that's trying to one-up you. Well, in this game, they've gamified that. So essentially, when you start the cup, you get an alert showing that this is a rival, like this will be your rival for the cup. And what's so cool about it is you get a unique interaction cutscene with that rival when you start the cup. So I started the cup as Sonic, and it showed my rival was Shadow. And so when you start the first race, you literally get a cutscene of Shadow talking to Sonic and Sonic talking to him, and like the cameras are dynamic. It's cool, and you'll notice throughout the race like they'll have
Man, you lost the Shadow. Damn.
on the top, which is really cool. And also the dialogue between characters is much more frequent, because I remember an issue I had in the beta was that like
15
I
FPS
barely
chow.
had any of the interactions, but now it feels like they talk a bit more. But yeah, your rival character will talk, you know, against you. You know, there will be that opening cutscene. Even when you win a race against them, like they'll have like a little shot at the end and be like, oh damn, like they'll say something about it, and those were so cool. So I saw one that was with Sonic and Shadow. There was one where I wanted to play as Jet, and my rival was Wave, right? And so she starts the cutscene saying like, we're on the same team, we're gonna leave with the same blimp, and then like, dude, Jet pulls off the coolest shot for no reason. This to me is the continued effort of like more anime like high budget cutscenes from Sega, right? See,
Yeah, the animations are going up. Like, we all saw Forces, right? We saw that shit. Like, the animations have improved, clearly. They're putting some more money into some shit, finally.
oh, Jet pose.
They made that mid 64 track. I know you ain't slandering 64 soundtrack in my chat, Yibby. I know your 2000s born ass is not slandering 60. You are not slandering Truckle Mountain. This is not better than the 64. What are you talking about? Just because it's got some drums and some guitar, don't make it better than the 64 version. All the fun wackiness has gone out. Don't. What the fuck are you talking about? Just turn it into a generic rock song, okay? Like, don't be playing with 64, okay? No, listen to this. This has the vibe, okay? You just want to hear some generic rock song. This has the emotion, okay? Kenta Nagata was in the studioing. Don't be slandering 64, okay? God damn. The youngins these days.
There was another one where it was
Do the knowledge.
and the rival was Knuckles, right? And they were talking shit to each other, right? And they get cool posing, like you know, the camera pans with Storm like pointing at Knuckles. So
Where is the 64 PC port? They said they decomped the game. Where's the PC port? I need to play my 64 on PC. I need 64 on my Steam Deck OLED. All right, like I need 64.
stuff like that to me was just so cool. There was one where I was playing as Amy, and so my rival was Tails.
Imagine your rival is Tails. No hard feelings when I come in first, alright? Shut the fuck up, Tails. You're gonna be in last place, bitch.
And Amy's like, I've been, you know.
I swear, if I boot up this game and they tell me my rivals is Tails, I'm gonna be pissed. The fuck you think I am? Like, my rivals is Tails. Bitch! Get the fuck back. Talk about you're my rival. You're my son.
Far longer than you've been flying. So that was awesome. So stuff like that, I cannot wait to see just how many of these interactions they are. And it's also, again, like I said, it's a smart way to gamify the whole idea of, you know, the #1 CPU. And what's cool is when you beat that CPU in a cup, what'll happen is that when you go to the next cup, it'll basically have a screen asking you, do you want like the same rival at the same level or another rival, and they're even harder. They have like a little flame on them. So really cool way to just gamify the CPUs, right? And also just giving more personality. Because I feel like that's just what makes this game stand out a lot more. And you know, in general, Sonic, right? What stands out about Sonic as a platforming series and a genre is like the characters. And so I feel like the emphasis on having the characters talk and interact is so cool. And even when you win a cup with a character, so they each will have like a victory animation and they'll play like a song. When Sonic plays the beat, and you get like da 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 da, and then with Amy, right, you'll hear like the ba ba ba, and she'll mention.
Oh, she gets My Sweet Passion. That's heat. I love that.
Jet and you win the cup, you hear "Catch
I love that.
Me if you can" in the back. So that was awesome. So yeah, when you'll win the cups with different characters, you'll hear them basically track them to a cool pose. And again, it's just little stuff like that, like victory animations matter, right? Throughout the levels when you're doing the tricks and they're pointing, and that stuff matters. And so overall, right, you know, there was also another level that I got to play. There was a Sandopolis level, which was cool.
So is it confirmed Sandopolis?
A sand level, you know, it had some creepy sections and all that stuff. But another level that stood out to me super well was the mall. There's this new mall level that they added, which is like literally their equivalent of Coconut Mall, because it even has like the escalator system. And that mall was super fun. And there was like presents throughout it, like there's sections.
Yeah, I might like Sega Mall more than Coconut Mall. I'm just saying Sega Mall might be hitting more. But obviously, you know, music. But aside, like visually, like what they got going on here, I think I'm liking this one more.
On the higher floor, and you can curve.
What's up, James?
A ring in there, right? And it has the remember in the third laps, a lot of these, you know, sections change up after you go to the crossroad in the middle. Like I said, when it came to the crossroads, it was mainly I saw the Alaska one.
What was it? Zero Gravity music?
What's called the Dragon Road one, but the rest were like the ones we saw from the beta. But man, the mall level is just like one of my favorites. It's just so well designed. The music in it was super good. In general, I wish I could have recorded the music. I wish I had brought.
Don't hype me up saying the music is good if it's not good, because we've heard some stinkers. I really hope this level has good music, because this is shaping up to be one of the stronger levels. I think the strongest level in the closed network test was Wonder Museum. That was clearly the best level. So this one is a contender for one of the strongest levels in the game.
Right, because apparently you could have captured, but it is what it is. But yeah, I thought genuinely, game looks beautiful. Game is still super fun to play. Extreme Gear is still satisfying. It has personality with what they're doing with the characters. Like, I'm just so happy with the state of this game, you know, and especially like I'm literally, you know, right before this video and today earlier I was playing Mario Kart World. Like, I did not go into this and feel like, man, something's missing. It felt perfect for what it was. Like, I genuinely stand by the fact that I think this game is important to Sega. With the emphasis on quality that they're putting on the game, like, it really feels like they care about this. You know, there's unique systems for the Grand Prix. There's the car customization. There's going to be the online with crossplay, right? I did see in the main menu there's a mode called, like, Party Park, which apparently is, like, local multiplayer, but there was also time trial on the main menu. And I hope there's, like, little events and cool activities you can do. But, yeah, no, the game, to me, is still standing.
They made a good remix out of Mid Hills. What is Mid Hill? What is Mid Hill? What are you talking about? I know you ain't saying DS Desert Hills was mid. I mean, I know I slandered the course before, but I didn't slander the music, okay? See, this is the problem. You people hear new instruments and you get guessed. How is this better than DS? Listen to the DS version. Listen to the rhythm of the drums. Listen to the groove. Listen to the groove of the drums. The energy comes in the rhythm, the groove. Like, listen to the groove. They took the groove out. You just heard new instruments you got get. Where's the groove? You can't dance to this. Can you twerk to this? I don't think so. There's no twerkability to this. You put this shit on in the club, everyone's twerking. Okay? Everyone. The fuck? Anyway, back to business.
Yeah, incredibly well, and I'm just happy with it. I think I'm gonna go back hopefully and get some more footage, but if not, regardless, I was just so happy. Like, I just feel like the game's quality is super fun, and yeah, obviously I wish we lived in a world where Extreme Gear was like Extreme Gear. I think we'll get to that, but I'm just happy it's there. I'm happy that there's the quality. To me, the rival thing was like the standout.
You know what they should have done, right? The supersonic speed mode, they should have made that have a fuel system, like riders. They should have made it not just faster, but like you have a fuel system. So if you run out of like energy, then you got to recharge. Or if you fail tricks, then it fails like properly. They should have made the supersonic speed mode like full on, just like pro mode.
Thing to me, like I love that. That's something just for the fans that just matters. Like that's stuff that matters to us. Seeing these characters interact and know each other and know the levels they're in, like that's little stuff that means something to us, you know. So between the new mall level, between the sand level, between going back to the old levels, between the item bounds being better, I think we're looking at a pretty amazing game coming up when it comes to Sonic Racing Crossworlds. So guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think and what you're
All right, 25-minute interview. Okay, we're running out of time. It's already 2 o'clock. Yeah, I have to speed things up. I don't know if I can watch a whole 25-minute interview. We still got tabs to go through. We already saw this, so I can close that. We saw something similar to this. Only Sonic characters have rival voice lines, not the DLC ones. They recorded more lines than for action games. Riders Desert Inn, still polishing car physics. Alright. Before and after. The first one is from the beta and the second one is from the new demo at Summer Game Fest. Okay. So what are the differences I'm looking for here? Is it more vibrant? Maybe the skybox is different? I don't know. Song request? I mean, I'm trying to end the stream sooner rather than later, so I don't think I could fulfill a million song requests right now. I don't want to promise anything and then I can't deliver. Sonic Racing Crossworlds hands-on preview. Gotta drive fast. We've all played car races from Diddy Kong to I haven't played Garfield. Your favorite car race is Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing was good. Anyway, let's see. Customization is fully on you. You can customize everything. You went with Tails out of all the characters in the game. Okay, so take this opinion with a pinch of salt. Gameplay is fast, which feels great. Winning the race isn't easy, so you're a casual. Your cart will change shape during terrain. Rival system, collecting red rings. What do you get for collecting red rings again? More tickets for you to purchase items. Okay. So if the red rings give you tickets, do you get the red rings every time you play the level, or is it you get them once and that's it? In the 3 races, you do the final race. We know that. I gave them one of my best of Summer Game Fest awards 2025. Alright, we actually have to talk about that thing later. Actually, I think one of the tweets mentions that Racing Crossworlds won the award for best at Summer Game Fest. I think they gave the critics some kind of award thing they could give to games that they liked during the event. And apparently Crossworlds won at Summer Game Fest, basically saying that it was the best thing, it was the thing that everyone liked the most, basically. Who would make a better rival character, Tails or Classic Sonic? Classic Sonic would be the better rival because I'd rather shit on Classic Sonic than shit on Tails. Tails is like little bro. It's more like, I don't hate Tails. You're a little bro. Just don't get too ahead of yourself. Just chill over there, okay? Like, I fuck with you, but relax. Classic Sonic is like, you think you're better than me, don't you? Like, I'm the real Sonic. I'm the one that everyone loves, and you're just the cheap imitation that they keep glazing. So, like, Classic Sonic would be a better rival because there'll be more motivation to whoop him. Bro said he'd rather shit on the character that can't even speak to the... He can speak, he chooses not to. He spoke in CD. He spoke in the cartoons. He just chooses not to. Therefore, it's not bullying. Let me see. Let's see what this one is saying. Is there footage here?
Sega's invited me to their new office in London to play the new demo version of Sonic.
In London? They invited you to play in London? I'm in London. What the fuck, Sega? Like, are you serious? Man.
Racing Crossworlds. But before I show you more of the game, I really need to share how beautiful the Sega office itself is. Been a fan of Sega games since my early days, with Sonic especially playing a huge role in my life. The entire office is simply a love letter
How is this fair? They letting Arnold Schwarzenegger play the game and not me?
to the main mascot, and pretty much to all the games that they have created in the past.
I'm
As you can
joking,
see
by
here
the way.
this wall that
I'm not
showcases these
fussed.
games. Instead of gotta go fast, we gotta go back into the past and check this timeline with the Sega history, the very beginning until the present day. Can't wait to see what the future brings. One of the coolest yet funniest things happened when you entered the restrooms.
What?
To be this good takes ages. I see what you did there, Sega. This is seriously a cool office, and it was a pleasure to be here. But even more of a pleasure was playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds. We were able to play brand new Grand Prix that haven't been available during the last beta test. Vehicle customization is a thing where you can select parts and power-ups that suit your playstyle the best. The character roster already is huge, and they will release even more characters in the future. Like, as you have seen in the Summer Game Fest trailer. Characters like Katsune Miku, Ichiban from the Yakuza
Alright, are we getting any, like,
will
footage?
also have crossplay. So you can play this game with all your
Yeah, it feels more like an ad, but, you know, they did invite you there, so I expect that. No offense. Another person shot that the deluxe version is selling more than the base version, even though the deluxe version is the version that contains all the characters, you know. Jose Lopez with the 3 months in a row of continued support. Thank you so much for being a channel member. Who would make a better rival, Tails, Classic Tails, or Cream? I guess Tails? Cream, I have no desire to be mean to Cream. Classic Tails, like, Tails is already, like, a boy. So what the fuck is Classic Tails supposed to be? Tails is, like, 8. How old is Classic Tails? Like, what are you doing there? Okay, I can't bully Classic Tails because he's too small. He's classic. I have to bully regular Tails. Okay. But yeah, let's run through these tweets really quickly. Sonic Crossworlds Deluxe Edition reached top 8 on PlayStation charts. Basic Edition has entered top 25. So both editions went into the top 25. If you combine the two together, it'll probably be higher. Probably be top 5 total. But because it's 2 editions, it's separate. But like, yeah, the game is gonna do well. It seems like people. You have to remember that Mario Kart, as great as it is stuck on Nintendo. I've been saying that, like, PC has been gagging for a great kart racer. Gagging. At least consoles aside from Nintendo got Crash Team Racing. At least they had that. But now that's not being supported anymore. That's old. So Racing Crossworlds is kind of getting a clean sheet to promote itself outside of a Nintendo Switch where Mario Kart still remains. On everything else, it's like, anyone who wants a kart racer, you know the kind of person, you know the person I'm talking about. When they come to your house and you got the Switch, they'll play Mario Kart with you, but they won't buy a Switch for themselves because they only game on PlayStation or Xbox or PC. That exact person is the exact person who will buy a Racing Crossworlds because it's like, well, it's not Mario Kart, but it's a good kart racer and it's on other systems. Like, I want people to understand, right? Like, I want people to understand. Mario Kart 8 is the 5th highest selling game of all time and it's only on Nintendo. If Mario Kart was multi-plat, it would have done 100 million. It's at 76 mil now. It would have been at 100. It would have been the 3rd highest selling. Only behind Minecraft and GTA 5. It would have been 3rd. It might have done 150 M's. It's at 75 M's on just Nintendo. It might have done 125 to 150 M's if it was multi-plat. Because people would have bought it on Xbox One. Because it came out 2014, right? They would have bought Xbox One. They would have sold it to you again on Xbox Series. They would have bought on PS4. They would have sold it to you again on PS5. They would have bought on PC. It would have done 150 M's if it was multiplayer. People want kart races, but not everyone wants to buy a Switch to play it. So, Crossworlds being multiplayer is its biggest strength right now. And it's an iconic franchise. And they got tons of support coming, characters that are outside of Sonic. I'm just saying, I think Crossworlds can pull more than 10 milli if they support it for years. They could do over 10 M's with this one. This could be their 8-digit game. Their 8-figure game in terms of sales. You know, because like Frontiers did 3 M's, and again, like a kart racer can outsell single player games. Like it can online experience. Because if one of your friends gets it and they sing its praises, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna tell their friends, "You gotta buy it too, so we can play it." So now it's like one friend plays it, loves it. Now they convince 2-3 of their friends to play it. It multiplies in a way that a single player game like Frontiers wouldn't. Because I could get Frontiers and tell someone they need to play it, and I could just use like family sharing to get them to play it, or if it's physical, I could let them borrow my disc. When it comes to multiplayer shit, everyone gotta buy, right? Unless you got download play on some DS shit, but we don't do that anymore, clearly. We know about that. Supersonic speed aren't available after unlocking Sonic. What is this Crossworld? I don't know what this Crossworld is, but it looks interesting. Why do I hate Tails? I don't hate Tails, it's just a meme. I'm glad that Sega realizes that and I'm pushing the crossplay factor. Yeah, I mean, we really need to push the crossplay. I am interested to see what the sales figures are per system. Like, I'm assuming Nintendo will sell the most, but we never know. They might really, like, hit it off on PlayStation, you know? It might be a big deal for PlayStation. Alright. I think this is one of the leakers. On June 4th, they said long-term support similar to Sonic Racing and Sonic Forces Speed Battle. And it says here, plans have changed slightly. Sonic Team will add long-term support if the game succeeds for 1 year straight. So if the first year the game gets supported and people are buying it and it's doing well, then they'll add the long-term support, so every year it's more content. Didn't Frontiers sell better on PlayStation? Someone saying Shadow Gems did. Yeah, I mean, if it's selling more on PlayStation, that's a good sign that Sonic is expanding beyond its original, like, stuck on Nintendo ways. I mean, back in the 2000s, they were selling on PlayStation. But something happened in the 2010s. When Sonic was at its most mid, the only people that were still buying were Sonic fans on Nintendo hardware. Sonic fans who probably would have rather had Sega hardware, but there was no Sega hardware, so they're on Nintendo. But yeah, I think they're winning back the general audience of like PlayStation, Xbox people. So I think times are changing. But the chances of more support if the game performs, we'll see. Like if the game moves like M's in the first year, then we know the support is coming. We know. What's this? Why did I put this in here? Oh, they want the game dubbed in Brazilian Portuguese. They're trying to start a campaign for that. I guess if you want that, you can support that. We already saw this tweet. I could close that. VGC is the fourth source to claim Racing Crossworlds might be either as good or potentially even better than Mario Kart World off the hands-on experience. The other three were Game Informer, The Game, and All Out Gaming. Yep, it's looking good. That's not supposed to be in there. Okay. Shout out Aubrey though. This was something that was circulating for a while. Unreal Engine 5, they attempted to put Generations in Unreal Engine, but I guess they just decided against it. But basically showing like the footage to be like, yeah, we attempted it. I'm guessing they wanted to save money and not do it. Is that like a new cutscene? Animation and concepts of cutscenes remade on Unreal Engine 5. I mean, I still prefer Sonic's model from Gens to whatever this Frontiers era model is. Like, I don't know how to describe it in words, but it just doesn't look as good as the Unleashed Generations model. Isn't this the boss you fight with Classic Sonic? Yeah, the animations look way better here. Oh yeah, you can see the differences. I don't know what deform is, but it seems to be doing good work here. Yeah, because they had some serious stiff animations in the Meta era. But yeah, I'm an animation expert, so it looks good. Yeah, this is the same stuff. Yeah, it was creating a motion builder. They better be using this shit for Frontiers too. We need better animations for that. But yeah, I'm not reading everything there. It's the same thing. This is the same thing again. How many official Sega accounts are there? They got so many Sega accounts in Japan, you can't even tell which one's which. I think we've seen this already. Yeah, we've seen that already. Yeah, we've seen that. Relive the thrill of speeding through Chunan and swirling down the back of a dragon in Dragon Road in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. There's no audio. So that's just unleashed footage. Okay, no, they show you the rider's footage afterwards. But yeah, Dragon Road's coming back. Yeah, rapid news file. We're going through all the tweets. Okay, that wasn't supposed to be. Yeah, Thank Me Later's 15 Go It Classic album. That's not supposed to be there.
Alright, so as you.
Oh yeah, this. People keep sending me this video that I did 3 years ago, February 2022. It's called Sonic's 5-year plan has been leaked, right? And people keep sending me the video saying, it's true, everything in the list is coming true. I'm like, really? Like, I just want to take a quick look at what's in here to see what's actually come true, what hasn't come true. It says 2023 release of new 2D game, which we got Superstars in 23, right? Live action series, we got the Knuckles show. I think that, did that come out 23 or 24? I think that came out 24. DLC for Frontiers, Renew Prime, Mario and Sonic. I don't think we got Mario and Sonic. Did we get Mario and Sonic? I don't think we got that. What else do we have? 2024 release of third Sonic movie. Okay, traditional 3D Sonic game. We got Shadow Generations. I guess that was traditional. Spin-off game by Outside Studio. Did we get a spin-off game? I can't even remember what we got. I'm trying to think. Did we get a spin-off game? I don't even remember. Let's see what 2025 says. Rumble? I guess Rumble did technically come out? Soft launch? 25 to 26, Adventure Remix, and then 35. Okay, so this is where they lose me. Obviously, it's going to be a celebration, but it says Adventure Remix. So if we don't get Adventure Remix, then it's not true. And then let's see 2027. Where's 2027? I can't seem to find 2027. Yeah, I can't seem to find 2027. Yeah, there was a 2027 in here somewhere, but I seem to have misplaced it in my own video. Yeah, I seem to have misplaced it. Clickbait by your own video. No, it's in there. I just can't find the timestamp. Like, I didn't clickbait myself. It's in here somewhere. Somewhere it's here. Maybe if I just speed it up, it will show up on the screen. Just watch the video? Man, I'm not trying to watch all that. Like, you think my short attention span only applies to other people's content? Like, no, it applies to my own shit too. Ugh. 2027 was SA3. That's what it said? Oh, okay, yeah. I probably laughed at that then. That sounds like something I would have laughed at.
Hey, by the way, that song goes to suck.
Let me see if I can find it.
But consider it a success because it sold well.
That sounds like Sega though, I'll give you that one.
They knew the game.
Oh yeah, I used to black out the screen. I forgot about that. It's been a while. Oh, so they mean like something that will last a long time in terms of its clout or maybe its relevancy or keep selling or something like that? I can't find it. Because they believe it will interfere with their incompetent games because everyone's going to want to buy the movie tie-in game because Paramount might actually hire competent developers to do. Yeah, I was pretty mad. Okay, it was 2022. Okay, Frontiers wasn't out yet. I was pretty mad. Anyway, I swear there was some Frontiers 2 shit. See, now that I'm late to all the news, I get all my news from Unleash because he's now the fastest to the news. See, that used to be me, but you know, yeah, I saw something. Let me see. I feel like I saw something. Any hints towards the next mainland game or plans for 35th anniversary next year? November 26th is gonna be a pretty good month. Well, we kind of knew it was going to be November because it's Sega and Sonic. Is Frontiers 2 going to be a big shift for the Sonic the Hedgehog mainline stuff? Not necessarily, no. It's mostly going to be really attempted to get their vision of the open world formula down. That was to be expected. You expect the scale of the project, both in the game itself and its marketing, to be similar to that of Sonic Frontiers or larger. If the latter, how much larger? It's going to be larger just simply due to the budget they're going to be working with now. But I wouldn't say it's going to be way larger. Let me explain a bit. Frontiers 2 is going to be a lot more focused, it'll be less all over the place, and quality will be higher priority. Development time is still largely in line with recent projects, so a focus on quality is the big thing they're striving for. To put it simply, they want to refine the open zone experience, finalize their idea of the formula, and give it a proper send-off with the eventual third title that will come after. I'm assuming 2030 or some shit like that, 2032. Frontiers was an awkward experiment, as we all know. Consider this them putting what they learned, what worked, etc. into action and rethinking the things that didn't work, whilst taking some player feedback into account. Player feedback is what made Final Horizons what it was after all. Would you be able to go into further detail regarding some player feedback, or is this as much detail as you can go into? It's a bit more broad because I'm not entirely sure. Small things and big things. I know combat is a highlight and something they want to work on. Same for movement and same for the typical Sonic stages. So hopefully they fix Cyber Mid. I think they started to address this fairly well with Shadow Gens. Thank you for answering this question. I want to know one more thing. Will Frontiers 2 carry over the more serious vibes of Frontiers 1? Serious? I mean the boring ass talking to Tails all island story? I think there'll be a better balance. I don't know anything about plot, but I know the tone was the issue for some of the player base. Probably something they want to address. So yeah, this leaker, apparently they have some information on Frontiers 2. That's what they're talking about. Basically saying that Frontiers 2 is the refinements game. You know, Frontiers 1 was supposed to be like the revolution. Wait, which one's the right one? One of them is revolution, the other is evolution. I forgot which one is which. But the point is, we're about a year and a half away from it, and assuming it gets revealed at the Game Awards this year, that means we're about 6 months away from the reveal, 5.5 months maybe. And it seems like they just want to make a better version. Basically go from Sonic 1 to Sonic 2 basically. Take what worked, refine, streamline, make it actually polished, because Frontiers 1 was just so fucking messy. The kind of mess we expect from Sega, but now they're trying to polish it up. Like Shadow Gens was more polished, Crossworlds is looking more polished, so I think we're finally getting to that point where shit is starting to feel like more polished. If Frontiers 2 is a way more polished experience, you know, I'm here for it, okay? I'm here for it. I think that's about it, aside from the 25-minute interview about Crossworlds. I don't know if I want to go through all of that.
They're combined to become this.
Yeah, I feel like Izuku, when he does his interviews to the translator, I feel like 98% of what he says is repeating shit we already heard. Maybe 2% you get lucky with some new information. But yeah, I'm tired. It's 2:30. You're going hand during the Frontiers era with the leaks. Don't think I'll be posting that many Sonic music. I'm too tired to be doing all these news videos. Like, there'll be tweets coming out all the time, and it's like, I can't do videos like I used to. Like, I'm busy. That's why I have to do these streams once in a while just to catch up. I'll be catching up for myself as well because I be falling behind now. But like back then, like back in the day, the Forces era, like 1 or 2 tweets I could make a video. It was like a tweet? Man, a breadcrumb? That's a video. The fuck? I don't have that energy anymore. I'm busy. What's my outro music? What do I usually play at the end of a stream? All right, of course I play the GOAT. Let's play the GOAT. Definitely not busy playing Mario Kart. I'll get to it, okay? I'll play it later, okay? I've been preoccupied. Now we get 8-minute video once a month. Not once a month. You got like 2 this month and they were like 17, 14 minutes. Like, I'm still here. Okay? But I gotta switch to, yeah, I gotta switch to, I got it on launch. I just didn't cover it. I think people assumed I didn't get one because I didn't make any content on it, but I did in fact get one. Anyway, I'm trying my hardest to not do a long outro, because when I get into my long outro bag, you know how it goes. The summary, Crossworlds is looking like a solid A-tier game. Yes, that means I rank it higher than Frontiers. Yes, that means I rank it higher than Shadow Generations. So far, based on what I've seen. Could it hit S-tier? If they keep supporting it with tons of content, maybe. I mean, music is still an issue. Voice acting is, you know, it is what it is. At least if they fixed one of those things, you know, at least the music, but I guess we'll see how the mods go. If the game gets mod support, then that could be great for that. But yeah, Crossworlds is looking solid. I'm looking forward to playing it. I gotta do my pre-order, I forgot about that. Put Elise in the game. We want Elise. Everyone in the chat agrees with that. You know. And if they disagree, they should put Sonic Heroes as the GOAT in the chat. That's pretty much it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. If there's a Sonic Central, I'll cover it. Otherwise, you'll see me whenever there's a whole 50 tabs worth of news again. Yeah. That's all I have to say right now, so Daremy out.